It is 12 midnight in New York. It has just gone 12 noon in Beijing. It is 6 a.m. Central African time in Babane in the Kingdom of Eswatini. Good morning and welcome to the Monday edition of Kusile Breakfast Show. We are coming to you live from our Hospital Hill studios in Babane. It is Monday, the 21st of June 2021. It is day number 172. Silemalanga la 193 bongosi upheleke umnyaka lo setulu. Umsombuluko wes 25 uqalile umnyaka kanzi ke liviki ke les 25 la 2021. I am Lincoln Kule. Many thanks for joining us this morning. Sisi
Makobane
hamba njani? Ngathi uyaglow. Ngithole kahle.
Weekend.
Umhlophe ba.
Weekend. There's a Monday.
Boleteteni.
Kabita kunyukele teteni.
Yo yathi yakhemetela ngithole kahle.
Ngabona ngibani phandle kwakho. Well malanga lamahle weki welcome ehlelane Kusile Breakfast Show kungomsombuluko sanibusela malanga lamahle kuyabanza nalomuhla September silanibukela khona umsakado wetithombe Eswatini TV nithokomela lihlelo Kusile Breakfast Show lethela ngumsakado wetithombe Eswatini TV tinsuku tinga21 kuyinyanga enhlaba umnyaka wa 2021 libito lami ngingisamgeliswe ngwakakhoza makobane sivuka nathi indzaba seningizimu Africa kube kakhulu
yeah no kuyanyukela but vele bona sebakule full blown third wave ngiyakhumbula last week lokho WHO nala Africa washo lokho semavela amaningi eAfrica sekavela kuyo le third wave seyigijima ngalesikhulu sivinini ininzima Africa nje the Gauteng province 66%
of the total new cases
new cases yeah ayanyuka kakhulu sambonelo ukuthi in the last 24 hours that is from Saturday and Sunday kufe abantu abangu112 in the whole of South Africa abantu abang611 lokho khombisa ke ukuthi lesibalo salama new cases base senyuke nga 23.7% yeah I think sekubula Joes vele nje yeah but la Joes basho wathini sibese bakule third wave nje baphutha lokho seba announce official but ngiyakhumbula David Makhura lo premium katsasho kusibona
sebavele bacalele ku third wave ngicabanga ukuthi lokunye makwabani uyakhumbula ukuthi sathi nasikhuluma ngehlobo lomkhuhlane leqhamuka eIndia naseNgilandi kwavela ukuthi vele lifikele ngakhona so vele exactly so vele kutawu lama cases khona tawungicabanga lesingathi thina akukhula ngelizinga lelisetulu kakhulu siyabona na ivariant yaseNdia yachubeka yakhulu sethemba ukuthi laveni makwabane kusede
Stawuva ngabo labetempilo ngoba ngiyakhumbula ukuthi akayichaza le ukuthi into bangaze bayikhombe la Jos bayiniketa nje isikhathi lesingaba bo 4 weeks or so ukuthi ibe seyingenile nalaveni looking at the movement le ndekako between us in South Africa and now buka letinye tifunza your KZN and your Northwest letinye tifunza lethi batibonako nathi kusayina ema cases akhona nakhona sakayanyuka
sithemba makwabane ukuthi nathi sisivela seswatini sawukhona ukuthi ivikela kakhulu kude phela nathi singathi khanze sesikuleli zinga leningizimu Afrika kanti lapha ehlelweni Kusile Breakfast Show lomuhla thathi nayigabanqa insimbi yesikhombisa langa lomuhla it's International Yoga Day yathini yoga
angiyathi but I think angifuni ukufakala kabi but nje kunesivele isithiti lengadiyo lo ukuthi ngiso ngazo sesihambe embili ngalendaba daba
you are not wrong there it's India ngiyelo Africa wacela ku United Nations ukuthi can we make this part of emalanga
la bahlala khona passport
exactly so they understand
so angikwazi
so sabe sibukendo nalelanga wasiyalithatha mhlawumbe adopt nga 2014 to today it's International Yoga Day
okay boko silethenza ba stats sibukeke namhle kusenza ba letiphathelene nebakhosele 11 yakhumbula silapha endasi kaMalinza ikhona indzawo yebakhosele liveke belinemicimbi langeni la itolo labe kujwa khona langa labo bekhosele ngiyakhumbula sinangalesihlanu bekhona omnye umsebenzi ngoba uningi livele likwendako samkelisiwe kubanaka abakhosele na ufika nje la kaMalinza uyamangala khona ibhedlela labanye baya esikolweni bese labanye labane makhono lathide bakhona sibasebenze futhi
indvuna yetiko letesekhama kwabana yachaza ukuthi uhulumende wenda konke lokusemandleni ekutheni phela lapho bakhona khona nawo bathi nathi singakhona ukuthi sifinyelele elisitweni sithe liprovide uhulumende olivela seswatini kulamanye amave makwabana akunjenga sevenda seswatini nasikhuluma ngetindzaba debakhosele bahledi vele kabonakala ukuthi bakhosele but lapha even senda konke lokusemandleni
Stabe sinamlandvo communications officer bongosi walapha etiko letasekhaya ahambisana nelisekela ke la commissioner la lobukenza batema refugees Mr Bembe stawutiteka nje le tindzaba leti nindzaba manje leti ngihluphako letenteka kubo Israel prime minister itolo ubambe first cabinet meeting.
So
But nakaqala ku-addressa i-state of address abantu base-Israel adresse indzaba yase-Iran. The prime minister lokhu ethwele Iran, I think ethwele Saturday. Yeah, uthi no loya ngumbulali loya ngoba ungazi ukuthi nga-1988 walida a-certain committee level execute ama-political prisoners base babulala thousands and thousands manje ukuthi how can you appoint this man ukuthi abe ngu-prime minister?
Yes, sekuwena makamela khumbula ukuthi kwaba first Jew to be proclaimed as prime minister wakhona Israel, and then now so asad asiyethemba ukuthi amalanga asaqhubeka will address the nation of Israel. Sibone ukuthi uqhubeka kanjani.
Bokosingo 7 minutes after 6 kanti ke sivile next ECOWAS ithi ngeminyaka 2027 itabeke introduce ilonja le single currency because lamavela ngu15 kuthiwani sentshonalanga eWest sentshonalanga neAfrica angu15 atabeke sekasebenzisa imali yinye nawungena eSenegal same currency kube nasi la SADC nje singaba nemali yinye. Yeah, I think it's a good thing.
It is.
Ngasi na uphuma ufuna uyoshintsha sebenze nje imali yinye.
Yeah, kutawuthuthukisa nalomnotho lamanye amava ngoba phela nje akufanana.
Yeah. Bongosi stabahlela market siyabuya ke sasenza bathe ecala talo mhla kuseni watching the Monday edition of Kusile Breakfast Show. Good morning.
We are presently witnessing a disturbing rise in the number of gender-based violence cases.
There's no reason ukuthi ungaze ugcina utibulala nje because impilo imnanzi kakhulu ukuthi wena songachuza ukutibulala.
Ngoba lapho nababakhulumisa ahlali likhambi lingabi lingaphumi.
Labantu labasikade nalabalesi basomako sebemele ukuthi nangisamsoma angicele lutho lwami.
Kukhona imvulo engamphathi kahle akabhoboke akhulume kulomunye khona adomnceza amsidi.
Buka kwami ngicabanga ukuthi if umuntu akwehlula it's better kumiyekela
ngoba lokhu phithimele esandleni noma sokukhipha umphefumulo kude lesisombululo.
Ngikhuluma noma yakumakhelwane noma uya emaphoyiseni anyway la ungaya khona ubona ukuthi ungasitakala.
Dinenge 19 sitale khona ngekubuka kwami lokuthi nangenteka nangabe abuka lokuthi sekuyamehlula yena dinenge letindlela angaya kuto bakhona nebakaswaga la ngaya kuba meluleke kanti nembutho wembube ke kwanawo nje so waba nawo litiko ngiloko nje bekunene ukuthi sesibukweni letinfo leti sitogweme letinfo leti kanjalo lengasikhona tihlazo kuse sitokhona kuphila ngiloko kwakangwane.
Ungadibulali ungangibulali asingabulalana.
Why should we pay our TV license?
The content on our local television is actually more up to date. The industry is enhanced.
It is a criminal offense not to pay your TV license and attracts a fine of 500 emalangeni or 6 months imprisonment.
And the industry is definitely blooming, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we have for you. But we'll be right back just after the break and we'll give you more of Miss V.
Pay my TV license. That's why I can enjoy the benefits of an enhanced industry and keep track with recent transformation.
Mommy, who paid for a TV license and what are they paying for?
The owners of TV set and a gadget with a tuner like DVD set have to pay.
Pay your TV license at NetBank with the details provided on screen. Or use your cell phone via the mobile money Pay. You could also visit your nearest post office and pay there. Pay your TV license via Eswatini Mobile Imali. Any TV device retailer can purchase a license to trade. Pay your TV license and enhance the industry.
Tani malanga chocolate. No mfoko nchito nangithatha lava ngicala kabusha nangilava bongos.
Usafaka na 20 rand.
Temnethu manje athi
lo gift edikike ukusebenzisa utakhonza uphila ubeke singwa etafuleni.
Ngina sengimelele umngane wami bese sihamba sophanda.
Shemu ngichasha maye mahle ebonile.
Ngafuna ukuthi le project ingawa ngikhona nami ngoba angisiwe umuntu lothanza ukuthi info ingafa ngikhona.
Isn't life lesiyakiyo umuntu ngangemuntu kuyafuna at least abe nawo 3 ma skills in life.
Ngibonga kakhulu ngoba so ngatsala ukusebenza lo msebenzi abadinga ngisupport labantu.
Malanga namahle solo sehlelweni Kusile breakfast show ngumsombuluko kulesikhathi manje sifula indzaba tecala telisuku. Bosoma business labancane labena imisebenzi yetandla sebabonge emakhosi ngesakhiwo lesisha sakanokusho sekuthengisa nekukhangisa ngemikhicido yabo. Lesakhiwo lesatiwa ngokuthi Manzini Trade Hub kansasungulwa indlovukazi Mhlekazi.
Kuliphupho lemakhosi futhi kumcokwa emakhosini kubona sivese emaswati siphumelela siya embili. Loku kubonakele ngokuthi emakhosi anakekele labo labaswele eveni lokufa ekhathi bogogo bomkhulu kanye nebamfana bendlunkulu. Emakhosi aphinze asukumisa nemisebenzi lesitaso nasivese emaswati lefa ekhathi inkampani lekhicita imikhicido lehlukene ngetingano letilethwa luthango kude lizuze likhone kuphila nemindeni yalo. Mhlekazi uphinze wasukumisa netakhiwo talabo labeswele indzawo yokuhlala eveni. Emaswati lakhicita imisebenzi yetandla layikhangisa aphinze ayithengise edolobheni kaManzini lebekatholakala asebentela esatellite bus rank sekabonge indlovukazi Mhlekazi ngesakhiwo sekusebentela lesisha. Kuliphupho lendlovu yemhlaba kubona bophezulu komkhono basebenta endzaweni lephephile nalenhle kude batawukhona kuphila nemindeni yabo. Lesakhiwo satiwa ngele Manzini Trade Hub kanti sikanekise kubukana nezakhele Remand Center. Labo somabhizinisi labancane bayakhona ukufike balale kahle baphephe baphinze bafuthumale ngaphambi kokuthi bavukele emisebentini yabo njengoba kule ndzawo kunemagumbi ekulala nemibhedze. Lesakhiwo siphinze sibe netindlu tekugezela netangansense letisezingeni elisetulu. Lesivele singetulu kwemakhulu lasithupha siyazuza kakhulu kulomsebenzi lowasukuyiswa indlovukazi Mhlekazi njengoba kunalabakha imvunulo yesiswati lehlukehlukene. Kuna laba batako, kuna labo labakha imikhicido ngemaplastiki nangetimbali nalokunye lokunengi. Ngaphandle kwesivese emaswati lesakhiwo siphinze sethwale nalabanye bosomabhizinisi labancane lababuya kulamanye emave. Sikhulumisane nabo ke laba labazuza kulomsebenzi lowasukuyiswa indlovukazi Mhlekazi labavakalise injabulo lenkulu ngaloku labakendela indlovu yemhlaba.
Siyabonga kakhulu kundlovukazi Nkosi yami ngalesakhiwo sichamuka lapha ngesheya esatellite besinethwa litulu lapha sishiswa langa lasebusika emakhata phelele etukwethu wasihawukela ke Mhlekazi Nkosi yami wasihawukela Nkosi yami lomdzala wasakhela nasakhiwo lesisha nyalo asisanethwa litulu asisashiswa langa nema toilet ethu mahle anemashawa sesinenzawo yekulala ninebekunene lendzawo yethu yekubeka imithwalo asisayithwala imithwalo sehla senyuka. Siyabonga nje kuMhlekazi Nkosi yami ngoba uMhlekazi kudze la sichamuka naye khona wenkosi angati kuthi uNkulunkulu angasilulela yena asendele njani wenkosi Nkosi yami achubeke nje nekuphila nekusicabangela lokuhle Nkosi yami.
Lana lesikubonga ngokunengi ngoba sine nje nyalo besisesikolweni levile ephelile eCodec siyofunza ngawe emakhono nekwenda ema-design lamasha. Kungaba kukhutsata nje labayibomake ukuthi bakhuthatele babe khona nesha ke kakhulu ngoba lapha bese sinebantu abadzala la umnyaka sakhona ekubhala. But nje basibeketele labo tishela bethu sakhona ukufunza sibuyile sesinemakhono lamasha sesinemfutho wekusebenta sethemba ke ukuthi nema customers sesitaba nawo ngetinto letinhle lesesititholile.
Lapha la sisuka khona besilala lapha phasi lapha esatellite silala lapha phasi kusemende singene ekhathe emaplastikini sibuyise ingubo tethu simbathe silale kuse. Siyambonga kakhulu wekunene nganabo ubumengemenge lasendele bona. Siyabonga kakhulu asaphuma wekunene ahamba aya etininini takhe. Sibonga kakhulu labuya asendele kona thine.
Belisinalibuya litulu lisikhanze sise elangeni sinethwa naleti mvunulo naleti igole lemigcembe kanti seyilungisiwe ilungiselele ukuthi ema-custom nakata uthenga kube kuhle. Kanti ukuthi sekuyanethwa bese akusabukeki. Ngicabanga ukuthi indlovukazi yesendele kona bengingasho lokho ukuthi sibulalele emabhodlela lokukakhulu kathi sithi indlovukazi ayimele loluthi ayichubeke Nkosi yami ikunakelele eMaswati njengoba sibantu abayo.
Labo somabhizinisi labancane ngenxa yekuluthando nekuhlupheka kwemakhosi sebayakhona kubeka lutho etafuleni imndeni yabo ikhona kuphila baphindze futhi bamikise nebantwana etikolweni. Edintsabeni kubika Pholile Maziya anathabiso Dlamini kaManzini.
Sikhulu sasemanyanzeni Chief Ngomendla ngamandla sowucela emakhefa lakhangasela sikhundla sekubalunga leParliament ngaphansi kwenkundla yaseshiselweni 1 kuthi bahloniphe bobabe etikhulu nesivile lesibafumile bangabesi banyamalala uma sebaphumelele. Chief Ngomembe kakhuluma nakuchubeka khangasela sikhundla selunga leParliament khona enkundleni yaseshiselweni 1.
Njengoba lukhetho lokuvala tikhala selingena esigabeni lapho khona emakhetho asewakhangasa athengisa imicondo yawo esiveni. Lapho la ngikhona ngisemphakathini wasemanyanzeni ngaphansi kwenkundla yaseshiselweni 1 lapho khona kutokuvalwa sikhala selunga leParliament. Imithetho ye-COVID-19 njengoba lo mkhuhlane usesekhona ibonakele ilandzeleke kulena ndzawo. Kanti ke emakhetho onke athembisile ikakhulu etindzabeni temigwaqo etindzabeni tetempilo njengoba kuthiwa imitholampilo ikhashaneke kulena ndzawo. Labanye ke batitsinza tekuvakasha kanti ke cishe bonke bakhulume ngavilinye ukuthi bantfu labasha bede imisebenti bahleti emakhaya netitifiketi. Labanye ke bayitsinza indzaba yemifundzate lokuthiwa ilukhuni batikhanza baqedze kufunza bahleti emakhaya. Bathembisa ke ukuthi uma bangakhethwa tindzaba lebatawutisebenta. Basitekesa bathembisile naso ke sive salithola lithuba lokuthi bababute phindze babaphathise.
Le ithembiso zakho uzafika uzenze ngani ngoba lilanga vele seliyakushonela.
Tikolo letinengi takhiwe tithophapha ini ngoba phela basebentise the little hulumende labanikete yo.
Bantu labasha utawufike ubakhulumele kuthini le embili nangabe siyakhona lokuthi sikuthume sigcine sikuthumile.
Kanti ke nabo belibandla elikhethwa nemingcele bathi bakhanze ukuthi kuhambe kahle impela emakhetha awulandzele imithetho lebabekelwe yona.
Kusaqhubeka ke bonkosi kukhankasa khona la enkundleni yaseshiselweni 1 evikini lelitako ngeweekend ngemgcibelo ngelisonto sitabe sikhona sichubekela kubomabona bulawe ezikhotheni nakhona khona emiqinisweni sengiyona miphakathi lesisele phasashiselweni 1.
Nesikhulu ke salena ndzawo sikhulu Ngomendla ngamandla nanaso sibonge kakhulu ngokuthi sive sihloniphe sawaphasisa emakhetho ukuthi uma afika eParliament loyo lotawuphumelela bangakhohlwa inhlonipho nekuthi bathunywe ngulesi sive.
Lengu underline nje lapha nonke nitsite nitawuthunywa nitawuphathiswa. Ningakhweshi ke kuloko malunga.
Kanzi enkundleni yakalamgabhi lukhetho khona alukaqhubeki njengoba emakhethwa khona lesolo angavumelani kiko lekuyindvo libandla lelikhethwe nemingcele lesolo lisakusebenta. Nasevikini lelitako ke kutawuchubeka kukhankasa kanzi ke lisuku lolukhulu lokwelikhetho lutawuba mhla tindzatfu enyangeni letako. Etindzabeni ngingiyane Msebi nginaphumulani Masuku semanyanzeni ngaphansi kwenkundla yaseshiselweni 1.
Live leShayina sihlenge seTaiwan selesekele bafunzi labangama-45 labafundza ngempela somva ngaphansi kwehlelo lokuthuthukisa emakhono ngemali ekubhadala tindleko tetincwadzi. Lokhu kuvakale ngaBaron Wang wesikole semakhono selive leTaiwan iTaiwan Technical Mission ngesikhathi bafundisa labafunzi ekoliji le-Eswatini College of Technology ngemgcibelo.
Live leShayina sihlenge seTaiwan ngeminyaka wanga-2015 lasukumisa lihlelo lokuthuthukisa emakhono kuleli kude sive siconnect iphilisa kuqinisekisa kuchubeka kahle kwalolu hlelo. iTaiwan Technical Mission seyicale umkhankaso wekufundisa emakhono lehlukene kubantfu labasha ngempela sonto ikakhulu labo labacedzile esikolweni labangakangeni emakolishe. Baron Wang we-Taiwan Technical Mission uthi babhadalela abafundi labafisa ukutithuthukisa kutemakhono imali yetincwadzi lefika kulokungema-50 yekhulwini 50% kuleyo mali lebitwe kuleso sifundvo.
And now the project subsidized 50% of the tuition fee. So we hope all the people in Eswatini.
Ukhuthata abafundi labafisa kungenela letifundvo ukuthi baye kuyawufuna lwati lolwanele ngaletifundvo e-Eswatini College of Technology noma iGwamile Vocational and Commercial Training Institute kuMathapha. Grace Ludlu loweluleka ngetekonga nekwebolekisa e-Taiwan Technical Mission uchaza ngetifundvo labatiniketako.
Kutabasita lokufunda nga-MS Word kokuthi lokho ahlede ekhaya utawuphuma netelas kodwa utawuphuma nesitifiketi ngokuthi bengakahlali nje ekhaya ngabomgqibelo ebetala atofunza aphume nesitifiketi sakhe. Le certificate sakhe sitamsita ukuthi ahamba awufuna umsebenzi kumbe nafuna kumsebenzi noma atendele yena lafuna kwenda ngale knowledge noba le skill lasasitholile la. Kuyabasita futhi ngalo ukuthi sibuke ukuthi le program isita abantu lasemakhaya njengoba sifundzisa nje nemabhizinisi nasemakhaya sithi bomake lokhona lova ukuthi uyafuna kufunza ngama-computers utawukuthi atofunza akusiwe ama-computers kuphela ngoba kufaka nokuthi bogesi ubalungisa njani uma-ke nje usekhaya kunekhozi yaloko.
Bafundi labangenele lolu hlelo bathi litawubasita kakhulu njengobe batawukhona kwenta imisebenzi yetandla letawubathuthukisa. Etindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Nelsiwe Ndlangamandla yembabane.
Njengoba kubhedvuke umkhuhlane COVID-19 uhulumende welive laseSwatini wenda sicinisekiso sekuthi inhlalakahle yabakhoseli yanakekeleka njengoba nabo babeyingcenya labo labagomelako lomkhuhlane. Lokuvetwe ngibongekile Mamba umphathi wendzawo lehlala labakhoseli lapha eVeni kuMalinza nakachaza ukuthi yinde la indako uhulumende kucinisekisa inhlalakahle yabakhoseli njengoba umhlaba ugubha ilanga lebakhoseli njalo mhla tinga-20 kulesetulu.
Njalo mhla tinga-20 kulesetulu umhlaba ugubha lusuku lwekukhumbula ukuthi emave kufanele aqinisekise inhlalakahle yebakhoseli. Live leSwatini lihlanganyele nemave yemhlaba kugubha lelilanga ngaphansi kwesicubulo lesithi asitimbanza kanye nabo bakhoseli kanye siphile nabo sifunze siphindze sichakaze. Bongekile Mamba umphathi wendzawo yegcina bakhoseli kuMalinza uthi live leSwatini liyaqinisekisa ukuthi bakhoseli baphatheka ngendlela lefanele.
Siyabonga uhulumende wakangwane because nanyalo nje nakukhulunywa ngekuthi kuyajova abantu labadzala sikhathi sa COVID nebakhoseli we part of lokujova kude la babe discriminated khona kwekuthi hey kujova eMaswati kanjani nabo bajovile nje and sinalo linani lelinengi lelijovile kugcine kungakabi abantu labadzala kakhulu labakhona but labanye babile part and kude labajekiswe khona. Kunengi hulumende lakwendile in terms of kubuka inhlalakahle yebakhoseli because nanyalo nje lokusikhuluma bangumthwalo wahulumende nabefika la Veni kwekuthi uyafika sihlobo senkosi utawuhlala phi utawulala kanjani ukanjani unani kukhona yini kwekulala tonke leto tinfo leto abambisene nje namhlanje kukhona vele basitakala kakhulu.
Charles Makambo longomunye webakhoseli uthi live leSwatini libaphethe kahle.
Ngingathanda kubonga uhulumende umbube kwalakangwane lendlela kasiphethe ngayo usiphethe kahle siphatheke kahle mina nje ngangimembi kwenu ngineminyaka sukela 97 ngafika la Kangwane vele solo ngiphila khona la Kangwane ngiphile kaManzini ngiphile eMbabane pinze ngabuyela khona la refugee center ngala ngikhona khona.
Ngalesihlanu indvuna yelitiko letasekhaya umfana Nkosi Lindiwe leSwatini naligubha lelilanga yachaza ukuthi uhulumende wenda tonke taba kucinisekisa inhlalakahle yabo bakhoseli. Live leSwatini linebakhoseli labalinganiselwa ku-2000. Etindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Nelsiwe Ndlangamandla nginasonto Mlangeni kuMalinza.
Bobabe bathi lusuku lokugubha ilanga labo babe iFathers Day lobakhumbuta ukuthi kufanele bachubeke nekuvikela kunakekela nekuthanza imindeni yabo kanti lokuvetwe sive lesikhulumisene nalomsakado ngalelisuku lolubalekile lokwatisa nekuvumisa inzima ledlalwa bobabe emakhaya emimangweni nasesiveni.
Lusuku lwabobabe, i-Father's Day, lusuku lwekubonga bobabe ngenzima labayidlalako ekusimamiseni emakhaya. Sikhulumisene nesive lesivete bumcoka balelilanga.
Lisikhumbuta ngemindeni yethu, ikakhulu luthando ukuthi luthando njengabobabe, njengoba sitinhloko emakhaya. Ufuna ukuthi sibe sibonelo ngayo yonke indlela, ikakhulu lelithando liyasikhumbuta ukuthi umndeni ubalulekile. Noma ngabe musiphi isimo umndeni uhamba embili.
Everyone is basically celebrating men because we do a lot of work for our families, our children, mothers, you know, we're like basically the pillars of everything for the family. So I just think, you know, to getting this opportunity to actually be celebrated is a great thing. You know? And I'd just like to say to the fathers, good work, my guys.
Bengithanda ukuthi happy Father's Day kubo bonke bobabe. Kuyinjabulo enkulu kuba nawo ukuthi basaphila namanje.
Siyabonga nje, sibonga uNkulunkulu sigcinele bona labo babe. Siyabathanza bangabo labasibasondla emakhaya basiphatha kahle. Nasinabo sinemfundo wethu nje, iumbrella yethu impilo yethu nebomake.
Bomake nabo batfumise kakhulu kunakekeleka labanye bobabe labakukhombisako emindenini yabo. Etindzabeni kubika Sonto Mlangeni nginanelswendla ngamandla eMbabane.
Sive sasebhunya ngaphansi kwenkundla kalamgabhi sithe amaphoyisa akakhuthalele kufundisa sive ngebucala bekuhlukubetana ngetebulili i-gender based violence kude amaphoyisa tokuva tinkinga tesive emimangweni nasemakhaya letenda ukuthi kwanze lokuhlukubetana kwalolu hlobo. Amaphoyisa ngekubambisana nenkampani yakaMontigny bekafundisa sive sakalamgabhi ngebucala bekuhlukubetana.
Lizinga lekuhlukubetana libonakala likhula mihla le eveni. Emaphoyisa ngokusebenzisana nenkampani yemahlathi iMontigny bafundise sive sasebhunya kabanti ngekuhlukubetana ngetebulili i-gender based violence. Sive sithi emaphoyisa akakhuthale ukutiyisa imimangweni tifundo talolu hlobo ngoba labanye bahlukubeta bangadi nekuthi sabayahlukubeta ngoba abakafundziseki.
Ifika indzaba kithi sekonakele kakhulu. Ibe buhlungu lebalangeni ukuthi uyophansi ukuthi laba lesithethene bathathene leyo yaqala eminyakeni wesibili ngifike emshadweni. Ihambe lepo bayahlukubetana bayasokelana bentana yonke lepo leyo iyoze iphume eminyakeni wesi-20 ku-marriage seyiphuma njani seyiphuma ngokuthi sesendana sesigijimisana ngetikhali ngaphandle sesigijimisana njani sesibulalele ngisho malangeni lamahle ukuthi sesifula la sithi thina sibaka domestic violence sikemaphoyisa ngithi thina lesekuthiwa nasekugwazelela abantu sebabulelene sengithi sekufanele siye lapha kusini sengikhanga umango uveta ukuthi besibabona bekude ngempilo vele.
Thina labadzala we should appreciate the value of love and the value of marriage because those are two concepts ezihlukene. Singemaswati we need to work very hard to understand ukuthi yini luthando because lokukhulu lokhona lamakhaya especially nje labobabe lesinabona nabomake wonke umuntu uphikelele ethi umntana nami akathatha emendweni as opposed to lokho ukuthi labantu bafundiswe ukuthi what is love.
Dinake dati akulunga budlelwane liqiniso lithi namuntu ebudlelwane kuyawuhlala kunemsipho na ungadadi uyawukhanza wentatindvo nawo longadadi ukuthi utikhanze njani.
Base kungaba lusito impela kwadi ngetindlela tekuhlukubetana ngoba nasebati kungaba lula kukugwema. Etindzabeni ngingiyani Msebiti Thombe tiqhamuka emaphoyiseni.
Sesingena etindzabeni temidlalo. Lo wake waba ngumengameli wenhlangano emidlalo webhola lapha eVeni kusukela ngomnyaka wa-2001 kude kube ngomnyaka wa-2004. Patrick Kunene uthi lo taba ngumengameli walenhlangano kuthi ngithathe itinqumo letiqinile futhi akhona ukusebenzisana nebaphathi balenhlangano. Kunene ukuvetela lokho kulandzela sekusele emalanga lasikhombisa kubanjwe likhetho lamengameli wayo lenhlangano.
Lana la sikhona sisesgwaca house endlungulo yebhola lapha ekhaya Eswatini
kuleli viki lelitako kuyabe khethwa mengameli lomusha lotawuhola inhlangano lengamele ibhola lapha eveni iminyaka lemini etama kuthuthukisa yona phela ibhola yala ekhaya lokufaka ekhasi nekhetho lesive sihlangu semnikati. Sihambeke sathungatha safuna lo kwahlala kulesihlalo lesi Patrick Kunene uyamcwalisa ke lotawungena esikhundleni sekuba ngumengameli walenhlangano kuthi kudinga ukuthi alalele sive futhi asebenzisane nebantu latawube asebenta nabo ehhovisi.
Kumcoka futhi ukuthi leli bandla lakho ube kanye nalo. Nivane ekusebenteni. Ungabi ngi-yes man kuleli bandla. Batakonisa ngoba bakhona abantu labatawukhethwa kuleli committee le-executive. Labangayeli kuyawuthuthukisa ibhola labayela tisu tabo. Kulukhuni ke kusebenta nebantu betisu ngoba sonke isikhathi bafuna kwesutha ingachubeki le development lenifuna kuyenza.
Kunene kuphinzwa waveta tintfo letimcoka lokumele ukuthi mengameli lomusha angene ehhovisi atende lokufaka ekhatsi kuthuthukisa bonompembe lokufaka ekhatsi nekuthuthukisa abaceceshi balomdlalo netinkulisa ke naye akatishiye ngaphandle nebhola yabo make.
Akubiyele kunayiya intro lebeyentiwa ngiCadbury ye-Chappies Little League. Lela abantwana bebatidlalela bodwana nibabona nini lenibadzingako. Lela bangakhombiti namuntu khona bathi khombithela bona bodwana bathi thuthukisa likhono labo. Kufundzisa bo coach kumcoka. Ngoba labantwana lesikhuluma ngabo bafanele ukuthi bafunze lendas lokuthi idlalwa njani le bhola. Kufundzisa bo Rafael lokuthi abantu ibhola bayidlale kahle at the lowest levels. Nako lokho kumcoka. Singabashiyi abantu besifazane ebholeni. Umhlaba uyathuthuka ngabomake.
Lolukhetho lamengameli walenhlangano lengamele ibhola lapha eveni litawubanjwa evikini lelitako ngelisonto. Emalunga ke langenele kuba bomengameli balenhlangano bomkantshubovu ngumashumi wakashongwe, ngComfort wakashongwe na Peter Simelane. Kutawuthi kuphela emalanga lasikhombisa sitabe sesati ingwalo lomihle ukuthi ngubani lutabe ahleti kulesihlalo lesishisako. Lobike lomsakade weSwatini TV Ngulinda Dlamini ana Fabrice Msonera eMbabane.
Malanga lamahle sifika kanjalo ke maphetheleni adoti insabade futhi ekucala talomhla ekseni kulesikhathi samanje siya ititolo sibe siyachubeka nalo luhlelo Kusile. Good morning.
Bosimelane nine labakhulu ngiyacela bompembe nilamule indzaba yesikhwama samkhulu
asikubulali lokumfana kwamajaha ine sebenzile singaka.
The pillar of the family falls, leaving behind a divine legacy.
Abaphansi sebamkhombi kufanele kuthatha sikhwama samkhulu Simelane.
Now the question is, who among the family members will take it over?
Kusobala ukuthi lesikhwama ngesakho.
Cha maka, basengangikhombi laba phasi.
Oh, nayi imihlolo. Nemambalo yasangana. Ufumele emadimoni ukuthi adlale ngemfana ethu.
Instead of being inherited, it brings nothing other than sadness, anger,
Angiyoze lesangoma.
frustrations, all in one drama. Simanga.
your TV license quickly and easily with MTN Momo. Simply dial *007*3# and select option 8 for TV license. Enter your national ID number as your reference and the amount you wish to pay. Then enter your PIN to confirm your payment. Once your payment has been made, you'll receive a confirmation SMS of your payment. If you're a first-time payer, you get another SMS for your TV license. So legalize your entertainment from the comfort of your home. Pay your TV license the easy and convenient way with MTN Momo.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Bongosi siyaqhubeka nihlelo namntu bangilwisa labantu na fistiwe vilane bongosi namcela izlamini babuya kunali libandla leli nto nali sifundzisa abantu bongosi ngananza abantu yabongcondo mshina maningi ama topics lesiyakhavile kusukela nje uqalile lo mnyaka losetulo nanoma ngiyakhumbula sikhulumile nzabade ukuphepha kwabantwana social media nzabade bullying social media namhla ke sifuna ukuteka nje nzabade the fraud yeah ma scams la khona ngiyakhumbula nje nami namhla kusengithole enye email kuthiwa ngiwinile la ngiwine 100 billion kuthiwa ngilethe i-card number yami ngilethe yonke imininingwane yami so lokunayo le email ngihle ngiyibuka nje sikambe ngicona fisiwe niyaphila namhla kuseni
Sikuvusele LinkedIn izusele nembukele ekhaya
unjani ko
siyaphila
you can relate fisiwe ngisho email solo ngiyayibuka nje the email wasingiwine 100 billion bafunela abantu ngilesi card number yami ngiyavela nalapha expire nini ngesi email address yami ngilesi licingo lami
ngiyajabula ukuthi short out atheke labanye ngaba bekho la msebenzini ngabe nje sebathatbolele emsebenzini so ngasafiki ukuthi I know so right
yeah
so lokho abathumele
ngicabanga ukuthi ngito lesifuna ukukhuluma ngathi namhla kuseni kuthi kahle kahle nasikhuluma ngalama kuthiwa yini fraud lento kabungcondo mshina naye ukuthi ke bantu sebaluze insamba tetima kuye kufika ejele bongosi la asho ukuthi kufike umuntu emaphoyiseni otobika ukuthi hey lana ngithole i-email kwathiwa ngilethe na imininingwane yami kunemali letabo la kudliwe le yakhe le mali ungathini Maswatini sithi caphela njani into letjali
ngisho nje lokho ukuthi vele kuningi siyasebenzisana nemaphoyisa singileli bandla ngalesinye isikhathi baye basicathathele nje lokwenteka ngale ngakubo lokho ukuthi vele kuyachubeka ukuthi lobutulujane bendeke la kubongcombo mshina noma ngalobuchwepheshe imali debamfu khanzela ukuthi iyahamba ikakhulu ngicabanga ukuthi inhlupheko diningi ngako makuchama kanje umuntu athi vele kukhona imali la anginiketa yona noma kanjani nami ngiyayifuna leyo mali kepha ke siye sithi manje ke abacaphele bamvu lokuthi angeke uzuwine lapho ungakase waziwahlala khona lokusho ukuthi uma ngabe nje lenkampani yakho lethi iyakwinisa awuzange soke ube nekuthinzana nayo ungakhanza lokuthi vele lapho kubutulujane khona bugebengu lobendekako nekwekuthi ke ngalesinye isikhathi uma ngabe ufuna ukuhlola kahle lokuthi vele iqiniso yilenzaba akube nenombolo yaphasi longakhona ukuthi uyishayele uyishayelele nombolo ukhona kubuka
lokuthi lendlani yabo
yes lokusho ukuthi mangabe nje ngiwiniswe Eswatini TV yebo kona kumba ngangishayela ngeselfone loyo longishayela kwathi hey uwinile la Eswatini TV 100,000 kanjani kepha ke mase kabeka phasi kumgcoka lokuthi nami ngiliphakamisa ngishayela Eswatini TV ngibude ukuthi ukhona yini vele uncintiswano lokhona kumbe vele ngasigujana wami sengiwinile nekwekuthi ke ukhona lokubuta lemininingwane yakhona ngoba ngalesinye isikhathi ngakhaza ukuthi le nombolo lebayifake lapha nje bathi lethe lemininingwane ikhale esigodveni ekhikhini lemuntu lokusho ukuthi nguyelo lo wenda lo mshikashika nekwekuthi ke uma ngabe uwinile uwine kahle kude lokubhekekile engakuwe ukuthi ukubhadale kuze ukuthi uthole lokuwinile bese bakutshela ukuthi kune administration lekufuna yenteke kumbe kunema form lekufuna uwabhadalele ma bank charges in
mangabe kunama bank charges phela abawathathe khona la kulo 100 billion wakho lomuwinile lokusho ukuthi kude lekufuna ukuthi ukulethe ngaphambili ngalesinye isikhathi sibukele imali lebathifuna ukuthi bo 200 emalangeni 100 emalangeni uthatha imali yema unit agezi uthi sale ngifaka lapha ngoba mase ibuya lele ningi ngase sengiyawathenga kanzi nibaningi lokusho ukuthi nje lo 100 emalangeni lophuma ku LinkedIn na 100 wamcolisi na 100 wasamkelisiwe ekugcineni kwawonke loyo mvu loyo ukwelede abantu labaningi lokusho ukuthi uthatha imali yebantu labaningi kuze ukuthi achubele umshikashika wakhe ngakho ke siyacela vele emaswatini lokuthi abacaphele nekwekuthi ke yaze yaba inkulu nje yaba indlela yokuthi vele ingakholwakali hayi kuyobe kukhona lokukhona lapha kude nje umuntu otawuvela akusukele nje akazake sekakubone athi manje ke thatha la imoto noma thatha la indlu esikhatsini lesiningi vele uyukhanzela ukuthi kukhona lomgunyadi lokhona lapha
nembala sitekala njaba ngoba tisilungu man ukhanzeka ukuthi thina vale kubere force vele ukhanzeka sakusitshonele start kahle sibona nje le mali bese sisiyathatha kusilungu mcolisi lethi into le
kusilungu
esinye isikhathi kunala into nayo manje ngichachela kuna kuthiwa ngiyengibone kubhale email spasm yeah ngiyakufunda leti into ngikhanze sikonke khuluma ukuthi invest imali lengaka masinyane in 7 days ngidabe sengiyimillion ne ngicaba sibaningi bale baye bakukhanze leti
yebo uqinisile vele LinkedIn indlela ke leti setshenziswa bantu laba scam abantu bathi ma email scams la kulama email scams ukhanza ukuthi bathumela imilayeto kuma emails ethu ukuthi uwina lokunganani noma thumela ini shinja bo password bakho thine lokuvamile kakhulu ukhanza nje sikutawuta i-email lethi FNB noma ithi libhange la kuphi lithi sicela ukuthi ushintshe imininingwane yakho ngenxa ukuthi kukhona lesi update akho uyabona so baye basebenzise vele lama emails baphushe le information lenjalo letakwenda ukuthi wena uqhafate lapha utitshele ukuthi angi-update ema username ne password yami kanti so uniketa labenda lobutulujana i-information yakho umniketa i-password yakho ubaniketa ne username yakho leta bese seyibafaka bona kulama authentic accounts noma ke kulama websites njengalama bhange yabona bakhona ke bese sebangena ungathi nguwe yabo so lobutulujana lobo nje ukhanza sikunalama email scams bese sekuba kunabo phishing ukhanza si bazama wena ukudweba ukuthi ubanikete ema credit card details akho njengoba ushito wena uthi nje kutaba ne email ethi ke thumela imilayeto yelicard lakho ukuthi uzothola imali takho ukhanza si lona ubasendela ke labantu sebakhona ke bese sebasebenzisa lemniningwane leyo ukuthi badlele yakho imali encumbini esikhathi yes
yeah ngiyakhumbula nami kunelibhange lami lapha ngaya ngifuthumele lenye ilanga bathi ngithenge into leti bita 600 wemalanga emakhulu last 4 ngiyakhumbula angikwazi ukuthenga online so ke benginawo lesikeja ngikuthenga nini into but bekuvela lapha kule system ngenteka kuvele bese ngishaya ngilama scam keja kude abantu engangabanika senjo nje kusinto le into ekako le nakimi nginteka ngifuna afiswe phindze isihlukanisele na kukhona ngibabona abanye babamba imihlangano bayakuvela bayaqhamuka la vele baqhamuka kubonta lasifana babamba imihlangano bathi we are investor online sikubona njani ke lokho authentic nalokho lokungasasiko ngoba labantu bayaqhamuka babite abantu kwala bake bangibita namba ngibitela la hotel Hilton bathiwa ngemhlanganweni siyofunza halo singi-investor njani la online ngilokhona ukuthi ngibe ngimiliyoni nje ngingasasebenzi
kube nenzuzo
ngisesibona njalo ukuthi hayi lokhu ke authentic lokho akusasiko
njengoba ngishito inhlupheko diningi imali sonke siyayifuna kepha ke netigebengu ukuthi sebenzisa lokho ukuze ukuthi vele ukhathe ukuthi manje ke sediyasitsotsa sesilahlekelwa imali tikhona dingabhane lapho ku investor khona dingabhane leti advertiser konje emthethweni dingabhane le noma uya kulaba labalawula leti ndzabade ku investor utakhanza ukuthi uyabakhanza lokusho ukuthi ikhona i-Central Bank of Eswatini ukhanza ukuthi bayatiwa nakhona ngiyakhona kubahlola ngibatfole khona nabamvu ke bonke labasebenta ngetimali bo FSRA nakhona lapho ukhanza ukuthi bayabade lokusho ukuthi kude la kufihleke khona nema office akhona ngasuka nje nyalo ngithi ngiyakunaba bamvu naba ngifike khona ngingene office ngikhulume nemuntu ngiphindze ngiphume bese kuba khona ke labahamba emoyeni ke lokhanza ukuthi vele nami ngibitwa ngumcolisi ngoba umcolisi naye uke wawina something noma kumbe kule investment yakhe wafaka 200 emalangeni kwaphuma 500 emalangeni in 3 days nami sofuna ukuthi manje ke ngingene kuze ukuthi siyonjinga kanye kanye esikhatsini lesiningi kude imvoleta kwendela inzuzo iphinza imali yakho kulamalanga la kabekiwe nawe nje uye uve kukumangalise ngalokuthi vele akusimvo lengendeka lokwendeka ngilokwe ukuthi manje sebancane kubalula lokuthi manje ke bayigayele imali lokusho ukuthi niyithole vele kuba khona la bayitholako ufika mcolisi kimi nje ngoba yena vele soyitholile angithi ngaleso sikhathi basesebancane ezikukhula ke letinombolo ngoba mcolisi akachubeka ayithole yetfana kuye bese sekuthi hamba utfola abantu labayi12 hamba utfola abantu labayi10 sesibabaningi ke lapho sonke seside ngamxolisi lokusho ukuthi ekugcineni kwakonke vele le mali sekude la ingabe sichamuka khona le ukuthi salibhadala thina lesingene emuva bese ke sebathi libhanoyi licrashile baye basho njalo lamabhanoyi vele akusiko kufaka imali ngalokusemthethweni kokuthi manje ke uinvest ngakho kumcoka lokuthi vele siwacilikele imali kona siyayifuna kepha conza vele kulaba laba accredited sithi ba accredited by labo Central Bank ukhona lokuthi uinvest imali yakho kahle kude umflota uchamuka aphethe nje suitcase noma ilaptop abese athi manje ke investor ngoba mase kwendeka inkinga sengimthola kuphi lo muntu bathi no wachamuka wabuye eJozi kuphi ufuna lokuthi ngikhone lokuthi noma nginenkinga nalempo yami lengisebenzisako ngikhone ukuthi ngingangena la bafike bangichazelele ukuthi inkinga ibangwe yini ngoba nalokuthi lethi imali nalesikhathi singabekwa lokuthi lo 500 wami lekumele ngimthola 3 days kumxolisi mase kangimi sengimthola 10 days mase ezalula lamalanga khombakala ukuthi leli pipe selicala manje seliyanzara lokusho ukuthi vele le mali ayisaphumi kahle awulaba yongena ngalenye ilanga yokhanza ukuthi ibhanoyi bathi seyiwile sekude ke yena la kasakutholako
Nangihlola lapha ku FBI ngeke ngathi ngiyakhuluma nabo nje khona lijale bengikhuluma nalo le Australia sebenza ke ku FBI lithi kule ndzaba lethi nje nga 2017 naku lekuthiwa International Crime Complaint Center yazi receive 300,000 ama complaints kanzi ke imali ma victims la yahlekelwa yona nga 2017 yafika 1.4 billion US dollars nga Saturday bekusala amanye amajaji sikhola besikhona khona mco kwangena lenye email bamfuna lo muntu ukuthi bafuna nemali bebafuna kuyisusa eNigeria i11 manje bafuna kuyihambisa ngale account yakhe bathi abamniketeke bayisho le mali tikitsikisi setimali nangithi nami ngiyathi hawu musi nami kuthandi benginale email number afuna kuhambisa le mali itela Eswatini ichamuka le kuthiwa vele sesikhethiwe ukuthi ayide ngasi le mali ngicabanga simanje ngemaswati lathola lawo ama emails lawo achamuka le kubona Nigeria ngilamanye lama scams la khona la
ngilamanye alama scams la khona lawo ngilaba wasebenzisako njengoba asho nje umlingano wami fisiwe ukuthi kude lo ngayifuna imali imali futhi ke into le lokhanza ukuthi itsinza vele ema emotions akho nathi nje ngilakuneta 1 million ngifuna kumengcisa kwecala lekufana ukuthi ibude wena ukuthi ngiyengcisa nje le mali isemthethweni yini kwathi sephela ukuthi kunemithetho legunyata kuhamba kwemali kunabo money laundering yalo le khulumisa tindzaba ukuthi imali ayade ukuthi ichamukapi ihlobile yini yabona so as much as vele imali si emotional sonke siyifuna kufanele bese soyadibuta wena further ukuthi le mali nje lona uthi uyisusa le utangipha le mali lena leni yabona yini atheni ufuna kupha mina le mali so vele bayakusebenzisa kakhulu lokuthi bathi basebenzisa lama emails nalama emails khona lapho baye bafuna lokuthi wena kube khona ama details obaniketa on yabona kukhona vele la bakufunako la kuwe kuyekubengile mali kakhulu so when at the minute usakhamba to the situation ukuthi athi lona lo seNigeria hayi ngifuna kuhambisa 20 million uya kuphi ngicela manje unginede ama banking details akho utabe wena sowuvule wena sikhebesi sokuthi bona bakhona ekusebenzisa akho ama details asebhangi ubone sekuphuma imali ungathi ukuthi hawu uphi kanti lo 20 million lebengithi ngimkathi solo nani uyahlupheka
yenzaka fisiwe niboma niyathanda kuthenga ngena mingathi ngiyabuka ngoba nami sengiyaba jalitsala ngisinangithi ngihamba edolobheni ngiyitila kubo bebasa ngithenge ithiwa 42 inch le TV le hotnoil ya ngithe ngathi bayakusho ngalama inji man funa ngithenge ngeshare kodlwana lokuseneni atibale letinto betitolo kumbe yini lamakhasi yeah online shopping lokuseneni ungathini namhla kusene emaswatini kulawo mana khuzana la kahle ngoba nakhona sengitholile ukuthi sewaningi la hayi lana sithengisana ama product naka order sikulethele
vele lo la kubongcombo machine ikakhulu lethi gebengu usetifunzi letindlela de ukuthi sisebenzise lobuchwephesha kuze ukuthi dikhone ukuthi digebenge bamba lokusho ukuthi manje ke kukhona itolo letakhiwa konje nami ngingasakha nyalo ngithi manje ngifake timvo lapha ngithi ngithengisa studio ngithi ngithengisa in timvo lengazange sengeke ngibe nato ukhanzela ukuthi manje nale address lengiyifakile lapha ukuthi le stolo sami sikhona ayizange seke ibe khona lapho ke uyakhanza ukuthi manje ke bese siyathatheka sifaka imali ukuthi sowubhadele sowubathi ugadze ukuthi bakudeliver abasakudeliver kuyafuneka ke lokho ukuthi manje ke kwecala nje ucheck le website yalomuntu lothi uyadayisa esikhatsini lesiningi ukhanza ukuthi kunetimvu leti lotokhanza ukuthi tiyasolisa nje lapho letinye titolo ke titolo tonke actually tiba nawo ema reviews lokusho ukuthi kuba khona libhokisi lapho ngikhona kubuka ukuthi labanye labathengile khona beva kanjani ngalesitolo ukhanza ukuthi kuleti kumbe kublokiwe lama reviews abafuni ukuthi avele ngoba kumbe vele kukhona abantu labakhalako nekwe ukuthi ke ubathi uyayibuka nale email address uyibone lokuthi le email address ngathi ine kusolasolisa nje lokuthi ngathi yakheke uyabona umfamily lokusho ukuthi manje ke kumcoka ukuthi vele usikucilikele mangabe sithenga online sithenge nje kuleti tolo letijwayelekile lokhanza ukuthi kukhona nebamfulesi batiko labathengile ngaphambilini khona noma kumbe ngahamba ngathi ngihambile bengidele imali kepha ngafisa ukuthenga sengibuyile ke la khaya ngiyathi ukuthi vele lesitolo sikhona sengiyakhona lokuthi manje ke ngithenge khona kepha nje lokuthi manje ke ukhanza ukuthi sebangithomelela i-inbox ka Facebook ngiyacala nekubabona sengiphindze nami sengiyathenga khona ngifaka imali lokho ukhanza ukuthi manje ke kuyingodi esikhatsini lesiningi futhi ukhanza ukuthi bakuthembisa ama discounts lo bonako nawe ukuthi manje ke ngeke lo mfu abese nje ngicala kuthenga khona bese bathi 50% kumele leto dindali leto batentele ama customer ukuthi siyagrewada uhlale usupport lokusho ukuthi nje kwayona leyo ndali yasaseyibanga etulu kwesikali kusho ukuthi kukhona lokwendekako kuyafuna ke lokho ukuthi sikucilikele vele nje la kulabo social media sithi bamfu bagadze ngoba nani bobhuti umane uthi nje ema inchi anjani nabo bhuti uyukhanze ukuthi kalesi yesikhathi lobunye bhuti so zama ukuthi angijwayele angithi ngisendela i-friend request lapha mangisendela i-friend request nami ngiyabuka ngithi usithombe ngimxolisi ngiyasuke ngiyamvuma lapha ngoba ufake eThai nami sengithi manje cha sesiyacoca utathi khamba emalanga nangomxolisi oboleka imali kimi noma songitshela nge-investment yakhe la kanayo la kayendako lethinga ukuthi manje ke mina ngikhokha imali utangibhadala masinyane ukuthi nje kunana itender lekufunayo supplier khona leto dimfo leto ke nato uyukhanzela ukuthi vele sesiyalahlekelwa imali ngako ngeke ukuthi nami ngilalele lo muntu lona angithembisa ukuthi manje noma sayibuyile le mali stasesesi ukhona le stabe sesiyakwenda ukhanzela ukuthi manje ke sengilahlekelwe mina imali yami lengiyisebentele mawuthi uyabuka nalesithombe la kasifakile emcolisi salo Thai akusuye nalomcolisi so usebenzisa igama lelinye uyabona so vele kuyadzinga ukuthi siциlikele kakhulu singabe sesiyathatheka sibuke itinvo neke ukuthi ke tincingo tethu vele sisashutha nyalo mangishutha nje ngasuke ngishinje nyalo lokungingcozana nje sengikhanya kakhulu tinwele tami setinjanjani uyabona mawuthi uyabuka nawe vele uthi hey lo sisilona awusoyanginika imali yakho emva kwaloko konke ngikukhulumako kanti angizange sengike ngibe njalo so vele siye sithi bamfu abacilikele lokuthi manje ke nala kubo social media uzame lokuthi ukhethe labantu lokukhulumisana nabo neke ukuthi ke uma ngabe lo muntu usekazama ukufakela futhi sekufaka imali vele umblock ngoba lokuchubeka umlaleli utogcina nawe inhlitiyo yakho seyithambile uthi maybe vela ngimniketele emadlanyana uyathi uyayidzinga lo mfane bamba ukhanza ukuthi hawu seyemuke nemtilane ke seyihambile
in closing mkolisi kuna study nasi sendiwa i Center for Strategic and International Studies le states basilama millennials asinaba babo 2000 ngibola abantu ikhanza aba vulnerable letindzaba lesiteka babuye kusanje ukuthi ngalo 2019 about 40% bebantu labasuka age 20 to 29 balahlekelwa imali lenganga 400 million US dollars.
Yes.
I just want to get your thoughts. Kwenziwa yini ngoba kuthi vele lama 2000s akhanzekala ukuthi okay maningi wona la kule into leti.
Yeah.
Bese kuthiwa nanateka indzaba tabo human trafficking banakabona kakhulu.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this generation?
Okay, I think with this generation ukuthi number one, bluntly saying siyatitsanza tinto.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, njengoba asho nje efisiwe ukuthi uyati kunana labathi fishing. I mean is it catfishing? Lo ukuthi umuntu amasquerade atende ngathi ngilintini. Kuze ukuthi atawukhona kudweba abantu. Uyabona? Sithanza tinvo thine iglam sithanza ifame sithanza lokungathi kuyi bling bling. Lamali millennials nje kakhulu is it the X and the Y generation? They are the ones that love things. Okay. So kumelula ukuthi umuntu akudwebe and la kubo social media ukhanza ukuthi umuntu create account namuhla vete tire vete iBentley thine siyathatheka. Kude imvamiseni esikhathi asikavamile ukuthi singene kule account yalo muntu usidrille through ukuthi okay lona uthi ungumcolisi wakuphi njani. Nalo ukuthi ke ukhanza sincumbi esikhathi nasingena la kubo social media kakhulu bo Facebook bo Instagram kuningi lesi postako loku authentic lokungathi ukhanza umuntu afaka iselfone yakhe afake ukuthi yena wasegundvini konke ngathola konke ngalinthi nje online nangoshayela nje sengithi hey kunjani egule lapha nanjani ekhaya bahamba njani kanti konke lokhu nguthole kuphi ku social media. We post a lot of things on social media. We post about our lives too much. We are giving a lot of information to people.
Angibambe mco ngifuna ukubela ku Steve again ndenzaba ditsinza baningi bo sister badawu later le Federal Trade Commission yaveta nayo ukuthi kuna 304 million walahleka nga 2020 kwenyuka nga 50% abacasanisa na 2019 romance scams. Yeah yebo sichamukele jali lesifuna ukushada nginike nje ngisekele nje ticket lendiza sale ngidangidokhlala lapha eSwatini. It happens in this country. Khona abantu engakusasa ngiyokulayela silona nalona ma victims by was in 30 seconds.
Uqinisile LinkedIn ngicabanga ukuthi kudububu longafuni ukuthandwa lokusho ukuthi manje ke mangabe ngithole umuntu lotangithanza ngitshele ukuthi manje ngimuhle angitshele ukuthi ngiyabehlula bonke bosisibalambabane ngekuma kahle vele lemfo leyo iyangijabulisa iyenda lokuthi manje ke nami ukhanze ukuthi vele nami sengifisa kumendela konke la kakufisako ukuze ukuthi naye ajabule ngoba naye uyangijabulisa esikhathini lesiningi ke ukhanze lokuthi labamfu abedi ngalendlela laba ngiyo vele umfuso umela phanje ngoba asho nje so umembi kwemoto onke malanga ushintshelele namhla kuneya ngalesithathu kuneya ngalesihlanu imoto nami ngiyasho ukuthi hey vele lana kuyaphila uyasuka ukuthi I know ufuna kungivakashela noma kube mina ngimvakashela uyukhanzela ukuthi le human trafficking yendeka ke lapho ngalokuthi sengikhanza ngisenza weni lengayadi mine ngihambile ngenxa yokuthi manje ke ngithatheke kulo muntu lokusho ukuthi kumcoka ukuthi sithathe isikhathi vele sibadi labamfu lesikhuluma nabo neke ukuthi ke umcaphela umuntu le nisathi nje nisasanza kwatana so unenkinga yemali sekukhona nje lokumvelela uyukhanza ukuthi esikhathini esiningi vele abefuna lokuthi manje ke afike la kuwe kuze ukuthi akuthi kahle udoze umnikete le mali nalokuthi ke ushido umxolisi lokuthi siposta kakhulu so sengiyaposta ukuthi no mina vele ngiphinze ngidlala itennis mina vele ngiyathanza kuya kuphi lo muntu loyo mase kangena athi manje nami ngiyayithanza itennis so yangixoxela ngebamfu betennis nami vele sengiva ngathi nangumngane wambamba uyabona lapho sokucedzile ngami
Siwe ngiyabonga kakhulu ukuthi sibe nathi imxolisi sibona kakhulu bongosi 10 minutes before 7 sifuna kuyangena endzabeni insimbi yesikhombisa angaba khiphi njalo sisisi bathi usaba nje inhloko manje ngoba kufanele ngibuye naye la kodwa ngiyangimangala emnevele nangabe sokutawugijima la umuntu ku Facebook wase Nigeria ushiye nami la singabe njani ngoba kunemakho la umxolisi bakhona khona baningi majala ngosi asibahlele ethi market sibuya lenza kade sibide lo mflexe
Malangeni lamahle gama lami ngingisanziso ngwakamathebula sibambisene nembutho wembube kulwa nekutibulala nekubulalana kwesive sithi ke umuntu lodzinga lusito kuloko akakhone kuye emaphoyiseni noba akhulume nemuntu lamthembile sincenga sive ukuthi asewugweme lo mkhuba wekutibulala newekubulalana
Eye on SADC, telling the African story from an African perspective. This is the only news program bringing you news, views, and interviews straight from the countries where it happened. Join me in Ndishishi Hamfungu as I take you on a journey across Southern Africa. That's on Eye on SADC, news of SADC from SADC.
Bosimelane nine labakhulu ngiyacela bompembe nilamule indzaba yesikhwama samkhulu
asikubulali lokumfana kwamajaha
ine sebenzile singaka.
The pillar of the family falls, leaving behind a divine legacy.
Abaphansi sebamkhombi kufanele kuthatha isikhwama samkhulu simelane.
Now the question is, who among the family members will take it over?
kusobala ukuthi lesikhwama ngesakho.
Cha maka, basengangikhombi laba phasi.
Oh, nayi imihlolo nemambalo yasangana. Uvumele emadimoni ukuthi adlale ngemfana ethu.
Instead of being inherited, it brings nothing other than sadness, anger,
Angiyoze lesangoma.
frustrations, all in one drama. Simanga.
Malanga lamahle sehlelweni Kusile breakfast show kungomsombuluko lesikhathi manje singena etindzabeni tesibili telisuku. Bosoma business labancane labenda imisebenzi yetandla sebabonge emakhosi ngesakhiwo lesitsha sakanokusho sekuthengisa nekukhangisa ngemikhicido yabo. Lesakhiwo satiwa ngekuthi Manzini Trade Hub kanti sasungulwa indlovukazi Mhlekazi.
Kuliphupho lemakhosi futhi kumcokwa emakhosini kubona sivese emaswati siphumelela siya embili. Loku kubonakele ngokuthi emakhosi anakekele labo labaswele eveni lokufaya ekhathi bogogo bomkhulu kanye nebamfana bendlunkulu. Emakhosi aphinze asukumisa nemisebenzi lesitaso nasivese emaswati lefaya ekhathi inkampani lekhicita imikhicito lehlukene ngetingano letilethwa luthango kude lizuze likhone kuphila nemindeni yalo. Mhlekazi uphinze wasukumisa netakhiwo talabo labeswele indzawo yokuhlala eveni. Emaswati lakhicita imisebenzi yetandla layikhangisa aphinze ayithengise edolobheni kaManzini lebekatholakala asebentela esatellite bus rank sekabonge indlovukazi Mhlekazi ngesakhiwo sekusebentela lesisha. Kuliphupho lendlovu yemhlaba kubona bophezulu komkhono basebenta endzaweni lephephile nalenhle kude batawukhona kuphila nemindeni yabo. Lesakhiwo satiwa ngele Manzini Trade Hub kanti sikanekise kubukana nezakhele Remand Center. Labo somabhizinisi labancane bayakhona ukufike balale kahle baphephe baphinze bafuthumale ngaphambi kokuthi bavukele emisebentini yabo njengoba kulendzawo kunemagumbi ekulala nemibhedze. Lesakhiwo siphinze sibe netindlu tekugezela netanganisensele tisezingeni lisetulu. Lesivele singetulu kwemakhulu lasithupha siyazuza kakhulu kulomsebenzi lo wasukuyiswa indlovukazi Mhlekazi njengoba kunalabakha imvunulo yesiswati lehlukehlukene. Kuna laba batako, kuna labo labakha imikhicido ngemaplastiki nangetimbali nalokunye lokunengi. Ngaphandle kwesivese emaswati lesakhiwo siphinze sethwale nalabanye bosomabhizinisi labancane lababuya kulamanye emave. Sikhulumisane nabo ke laba labazuza kulomsebenzi lo wasukuyiswa indlovukazi Mhlekazi labavakalise injabulo lenkulu ngaloku labakendela indlovu yemhlaba.
Siyabonga kakhulu kuNdlovukazi Nkosi yami ngalesakhiwo sichamuka lapha ngesheya esatellite. Besinethwa litulu lapha sishiswa langa nasebusika emakhata aphelele etukwethu. Wasihawukela ke Mhlekazi Nkosi yami. Wasihawukela Nkosi yami lomdzala. Wasakhela nasakhiwo lesisha nyalo asisanethwa litulu, asisashiswa langa. Nema toilet ethu mahle anemashawa sesinenzawo yekulala nine bekunene. Le ndzawo yethu yekubeka imithwalo asisayithwala imithwalo sehla senyuka. Siyabonga nje kuMhlekazi Nkosi yami ngoba uMhlekazi kudze la sichamuka naye khona weNkosi. Angathi kuthi uNkulunkulu angasilulela yena asendele njani weNkosi Nkosi yami achubeke nje nekuphila nekusicabangela lokuhle Nkosi yami.
Lana lesikubonga ngokunengi ngoba sine nje nyalo besisesikolweni lelivile ephelile eCodec siyofunza ngawe emakhono nekwenta ema-design lamasha. Kungaba kukhutsata nje labayibomake ukuthi bakhutsatele babe khona nesha ke kakhulu ngoba lapha bese sinebantu abadzala la umnyaka sakhona ekubhala. But nje basibeketele labo thishela bethu sakhona ukufunza sibuyile sesinemakhono lamasha sesinemfutho wekusebenza sethemba ke ukuthi nema customers sesitaba nawo ngetinto letinhle lesititholile.
Lapha la sisuka khona besilala lapha phasi lapha esatellite silala lapha phasi kusemende singene ekhathe emaplastikini sibuyise ingubo tethu simbathe silale kuse. Siyambonga kakhulu wekunene nganabo bumengemenge lasendele bona. Siyabonga kakhulu asaphuma wekunene ahamba aya etinini takhe. Sibonga kakhulu labuya asendele kona thine.
Belisinalibuya litulu lisikhanze sise elangeni sinethwa naletimvunulo naletigqoko lemigcembe kanti seyilungisiwe ilungiselelo ukuthi ema-custom nakata uthenga kube kuhle kanti ukuthi sekuyanethwa bese akusabukeki. Ngicabanga ukuthi indlovukazi lesendeko lekona bengingasho lokho ukuthi sikulalele emabhodlela lokukakhulu kathi sithi indlovukazi ayinwele loluthe ayiqhubeke Nkosi yami iyekunakelela eMaswati njengoba sibantu abayo.
Labo somabhizinisi labancane ngenxa yekuluthando nekuhlupheka kwemakhosi sebayakhona kubeka lutho etafuleni imndeni yabo ikhona kuphila baphindze futhi bamikise nebantwana etikolweni. Edintsabeni kubika Pholile Maziya Anathabiso Dlamini kaManzini.
Sikhulu sasemanyanzeni Chief Ngomendla ngamandla sisicele emakhefa lakhangasela sikhundla sekubalunga leParliament ngaphansi kwenkundla yaseshiselweni 1 kuthi bahloniphe bobabe tikhulu nesivile sibathumile bangabese sebanyamalala uma sebaphumelele. Chief Ngome bekakhuluma nakuchubeka kukhangasela sikhundla selunga leParliament khona enkundleni yaseshiselweni 1.
Njengoba lukhetho lokuvala tikhala selingena esigabeni lapho khona emakhetho asewakhangasa athengisa imicondo yawo yesiveni. Lapha la ngikhona khona ngisemphakathini wasemanyanzeni ngaphansi kwenkundla yaseshiselweni 1 lapho khona kutokuvalwa sikhala selunga leParliament. Imithetho ye-COVID-19 njengoba lo mkhuhlane usesekhona ibonakele ilandzeleke kulena ndzawo. Kanti ke emakhetho onke athembisile ikakhulu etindzabeni temigwaqo etindzabeni tetempilo njengoba kuthiwa imitholampilo ikhashaneke kulena ndzawo. Labanye ke batitsinza tekuvakasha kanti ke cishe bonke bakhulume ngavilinye ukuthi bantfu labasha bede imisebenti bahleti emakhaya netitifiketi. Labanye ke bayitsinza indzaba yemifundzate lokuthiwa ilukhuni batikhanza bacedza kufunza bahleti emakhaya. Bathembisa ke ukuthi uma bangakhethwa tindzaba lebatawutisebenta. Basitekesa bathembisile naso ke sive salithola lithuba lokuthi bababute phindze babaphathise.
Le thembiso zakho uzafika uzenze ngani ngoba lilanga vele seliyakushonela.
Tikolo letinengi takhiwe tithopha ini ngoba phela basebentise the little hulumende labanikete yo.
Bantu labasha utawufike ubakhulumele kuthini le embili nangabe siyakhona lokuthi sikuthume sigcine sikuthumile.
Kanti ke nabo belibandla elikhethwe nemingcele bathi bakhanza ukuthi kuhambe kahle impela emakhetha awulandzele imithetho lebabekelwe yona.
Kusachubeka ke bonkosi kukhankasa khona la enkundleni yaseshiselweni 1 evikini lelitako ngeweekend ngemgcibelo ngelisonto sitabe sikhona sichubekela kubomabona bulawe ezikhothene nakhona khona emiqinisweni sengiyona miphakathi lesisele phasashiselweni 1
Nesikhulu-ke salena ndzawo sikhulu Ngoma Ndlangamandla nanaso sibonge kakhulu ngokuthi sive sihloniphe sawuphasisa emakhetho kusuka mafika eParliament loyo lotawuphumelela bangakhohlwa inhlonipho nekuthi bathunywe ngulesi sive.
Lengu-underline nje lapha nonke nitshite nitawuthunywa nitawuphathiswa ningakhweshi-ke kuloko malunga.
Kanzi enkundleni yakalamgabhi lukhetho khona alukachubeki njengoba emakhethwa khona lesolo angavumelani kiko lekuyindvo libandle lelikhethwe nemncele lesolo lisakusebenta. Nasevikini lelitako-ke kutawuchubeka kukhankasa kanzi-ke lisuku lolukhulu lokwelikhetho lutawuba mhla 3 enyangeni letako. Etindzabeni ngingiyane Msebi nginaphumulani Masuku semanyanzeni ngaphansi kwenkhundla yaseshiselweni 1.
Live leShayina sihlenge seTaiwan selesekele abafundi labangama-45 labafundza ngempela sondlo ngaphansi kwehlelo lokuthuthukisa emakhono ngemali ekubhadala tindleko tetincwadzi. Lokhu kuvakele ngaBaron Wang wesikolo semakhono selive leTaiwan iTaiwan Technical Mission ngesikhathi bafundisa abafundi belikoliji Eswatini College of Technology ngemgcibelo.
Live leShayina sihlenge seTaiwan ngeminyaka wanga-2015 lasukumisa lihlelo lokuthuthukisa emakhono kuleli kude sive siconnect iphilisa kuqinisekisa kuchubeka kahle kwalolu hlelo. iTaiwan Technical Mission seyicale umkhankaso wekufundisa emakhono lehlukene kubantfu labasha ngempelasonto ikakhulu labo labacedzile esikolweni labangakangeni emakolishe. Baron Wang we-Taiwan Technical Mission uthi babhadalela abafundi labafise kutithuthukisa kutemakhono imali yetincwadzi lefika kulokungema-50 ekhulwini 50% kuleyo mali lebitwe kuleso sifundvo.
And now the project subsidized 50% of the tuition fee. So we hope all the people in Eswatini.
Ukhutsata abafundi labafise kungenela letifundvo ukuthi baye kuyawufuna lwati lolwanele ngaletifundvo e-Eswatini College of Technology noma iGwamile Vocational and Commercial Training Institute kuMathapha. Grace Ludlu loweluleka ngetekonga nekwebolekisa e-Taiwan Technical Mission uchaza ngetifundvo labatiniketako.
Kutabasita lokufunda nga-MS Word kokuthi lokho ahlede ekhaya utawuphuma netelasi kodwa utawuphuma nesitifiketi ngokuthi bengakahlali nje ekhaya ngabomgqibelo ebetala atofunza aphume nesitifiketi sakhe. Le certificate sakhe sitamsita ukuthi ahamba awufuna umsebenzi kumbe nafuna kumsebenzi noma atendele yena lafuna kwenda ngale knowledge noma le skill lasasitholile la. Yabasita futhi ngalo ukuthi sibuke ukuthi le program isita abantu lasemakhaya njengoba sifundisa nje ngemabhizinisi nasemakhaya sithi bomak lo khona lova ukuthi uyafuna kufunda ngama-computers utawukuthi atofunza akusiwe ama-computers kuphela ngoba kufaka nokuthi bogesi ubalungisa njani uma-ke nje usekhaya kunekhozi yaloko.
Bafundi labangenele lolu hlelo bathi litawubasita kakhulu njengobe batawukhona kwenta imisebenzi yetandla letawubathuthukisa. Etindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Nelsiwe Ndlangamandla yembabane.
Njengoba kubhedvuke umkhuhlane COVID-19 hulumende welive laseSwatini wenda siciniseko sekuthi inhlalakahle ebakhoseli yanakekeleka njengoba nabo babencinya labo labagomelako lomkhuhlane. Lokuvetwe ngibongekile Mamba umphathi wendzawo lihlala abakhoseli kuMalinza nakachaza ukuthi yini live leliyendako ukuqinisekisa inhlalakahle ebakhoseli njengoba umhlaba ugubha ilanga lebakhoseli njalo mhla tinge-20 kule nyanga lesetulu.
Njalo mhla tinge-20 kulesetulu umhlaba ugubha lusuku lwekukhumbula ukuthi emave kufanele aqinisekise inhlalakahle yebakhoseli. Live leSwatini lihlanganyele nemave yemhlaba kugubha lelilanga ngaphansi kwesicubulo lesithi asitimbanza kanye nabo bakhoseli kanye siphile nabo sifunze siphindze sichakaze. Bongekile Mamba umphathi wendzawo yegcina bakhoseli kuMalinza uthi live leSwatini liyaqinisekisa ukuthi bakhoseli baphatheka ngendlela lefanele.
Siyabonga uhulumende wakangwane because nanyalo nje nakukhulunywa ngekuthi kuyajova abantu labadzala sikhathi sa COVID nebakhoseli we part of lokujova kude la babe discriminated khona kwekuthi hey kujova eMaswati kanjani nabo bajovile nje and sinalo linani lelinengi lelijovile kugcine kungakabi abantu labadzala kakhulu labakhona but labanye babile part and kude labajikiswe khona. Kunengi hulumende lakwendile in terms of kubuka inhlalakahle ebakhosela because nanyalo nje lokusikhuluma bangumthwalo wahulumende nabefika la veni kwekuthi uyafika sihlobo senkosi utawuhlala phi utawulala kanjani ukanjani unani kukhona yini kwekulala tonke leto tinfo leto abambisene nje namhlanje kukhona vele basitakala kakhulu.
Charles Makambo longomunye webakhosele uthi live leSwatini libaphethe kahle.
Ngingathanda kubonga uhulumende umbube kwalaKangwane lendlela kasiphethe ngayo usiphethe kahle siphatheke kahle mina nje ngangimembi kwenu ngineminyaka sukela 97 ngafika la Kangwane vele solo ngiphila khona la Kangwane ngiphile kaManzini ngiphile eMbabane pinza ngabuyela khona la refugee center ngala ngikhona khona.
Ngalesihlanu indvuna yelitiko letasekhaya umfana Nkosi Lindiwe leSwatini naligubha lelanga yachaza ukuthi uhulumende wenda tonke taba kuqinisekisa inhlalakahle yabo bakhoseli. Live leSwatini linebakhoseli labalinganiselwa ku-2000. Etindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Nelson Wendla ngamandla nginasonto Mlangeni kuMalinza.
Bobabe bathi lisuku legubha langa labo babe iFathers Day lobakhumbuta ukuthi kufanele bachubeke nekuvikela kunakekela nekuthanza imindeni yabo lokuvetwe sive lesikhulumisana nalomsakazo ngaleli lolubalekile lokwatisa nekuvumisa inzima ledlalwa bobabe emakhaya emimangweni naseveni.
Lusuku lwabobabe iFathers Day lusuku lwekubonga bobabe ngenzima labayidlalako ekusimamiseni emakhaya. Sikhulumisene nesive lesivete bumcoka balelanga.
Lesikhumbuta ngemindeni yethu ikakhulu uthando ukuthi luthando njengabobabe njengoba sitinhloko emakhaya ufuna ukuthi sibe sibonelo ngayo yonke indlela ikakhulu lelithando lasikhumbuta ukuthi umndeni ubalulekile noma ngabe musiphi isimo umndeni uhamba embili.
Everyone is basically celebrating men because we do a lot of work for our families, our children, mothers, you know, we're like basically the pillars of everything for the family. So I just think, you know, to getting this opportunity to actually be celebrated is a great thing. You know? And I'd just like to say to the fathers, good work, my guys.
Happy Father's Day kubo bonke bobabe. Kuyinjabulo enkulu kuba nawo ukuthi basaphila namanje.
Siyabonga nje sibonga uNkulunkulu sigcinele bona labo babe. Siyabathanza bangabo labasibasondla emakhaya basiphatha kahle nasinabo sinemfundo wethu nje iumbrella yethu impilo yethu nebomake.
Bomake nabo batfumise kakhulu kunakekeleka labanye bobabe labakukhombisako emindenini yabo. Etindzabeni kubika sonto Mlangeni nginanelsi Wendla ngamandla eMbabane.
Sive sasebhunya ngaphansi kwenkundla kalamgabhi sithe amaphoyisa kaKhuthale kufundisa sive ngebucala bekuhlukubetana ngetebulili gender based violence kude ato ukuva tinkinga tesive emimangweni nasemakhaya letenda ukuthi lobucala lobubanze emaphoyisa ngekubambisana nenkampani kaMotigni bekafundisa sive sakalamgabhi ngebucala bekuhlukubetana.
Lizinga lekuhlukubetana libonakala likhula mihla le eveni. Emaphoyisa ngokusebenzisana nenkampani yemahlathi iMontigny bafundzise sive sasebhunya kabanti ngekuhlukubetana ngetebulili gender based violence. Sive sithi emaphoyisa akakhuthale kutiyisa imimangweni tifundo taloluhlobo ngoba labanye bahlukubeta bangadi nekuthi sebayahlukubeta ngoba abakafundziseki.
Ifika indzaba kithi sekonakele kakhulu. Uyophaza ukuthi laba lesithethene bathathene leyo yaqala eminyakeni wesibili ngifike emshadweni ihambe leyo bayaqhubekana bayasokelana bendana yonke leyo leyo iyoze iphume eminyakeni wesi-20 ku-marriage seyiphuma njani seyiphuma ngokuthi sesendana sesigijimisana ngetikhali ngaphandle sesigijimisana njani sesibulalele. Ngisho malangeni lamahlo sesifuna la sithi thina sibaka domestic violence sikemaphoyisa ngithi thina lesekuthiwa nasekukwazelela abantu sebabulelene sengithi sekufanele siye lapha kusini sengiphanga umango uveta ukuthi besibabona bekude ngempilo vele.
Thina labadzala we should appreciate the value of love
and the value of marriage, because those are two concepts ezihlukene. SingeMaSwati, we need to work very hard to understand ukuthi yini uthando, because lokukhulu lokhona namakhaya, especially nje labo babe lesinabona nabomake, wonke umuntu uphikelele ethi umntana wami akathathwa emendweni, as opposed to lokho ukuthi nabantu bafundiswe ukuthi what is love.
Dinake dadi akulunga budlelwane, liqiniso lithi namuntu ebudlelwane kuyawuhlala kunemsipho. Na ungadadi uyawukhanza wena tinvo nawe lo ngadadi ukuthi uthi khanze njani.
Base kungaba lusito impela kwathi ngetindlela tekuhlukubetana ngoba nasebati kungaba lula kukugwema. Etinzabeni ngingiyani Msibiti Thombe tiqhamuka emaphoyiseni.
Imibiko yamalale-veva ikhombisa kwehla kuletinyanga letimbili letendlulile. Ngisho kwemphathi uhlangothi libuke kulwa namalale-veva lapha eveni, i-National Malaria Control Program Quintin Dlamini letinombolo tehliswa ukuthi sekusebusika. Kanti Dlamini bekakhulumana kachaza ngesimo samalale-veva lapha eveni.
Beluhlangothi lolulwa namalale-veva kuleli libambisene nenhlangano yakamhlaba yetempilo lisukumise lucwaningo nakucala umnyaka lokubuketa imibiko yamalale-veva lapho kwatfolakala ukuthi wenyukile etindzaweni letfaka ekhatsi Siphofaneni, Bulandzeni, Mkhiweni, Madlangempisi kuletinye tindzawo. Umphathi waloluhlangothi Quintin Dlamini uyachaza ngekuthi isimo samalale-veva sesinjani lapha eveni.
Inombolo nje ngathi mhlambe ehlile noko nakangabo but ehlile inaqala siyabonga sivele siyacela ukubambisana bonke abantu imango sive nje in general athi fitonke tiba khona kuphela kusatibe tiningi njengasehlobo so bayamthola malale-veva abantu nasebusika nangabe batawuya etindzaweni lapho kunamalale-veva khona nifula baphinde futhi bafane bafastele ngoba phela nebusika bakhona imbuzilwane.
Dlamini uthi imithi yekwelapha amalale-veva ikhona imitfolampilo yonke yakuleli. Etindzabeni kubika Sontomlangeni, eMbabane kanti titfombe titfolakele ku-internet.
Sesingena etindzabeni temidlalo. Lolo waba ngumengameli wenhlangano yebhola kuleli kusuka ngeminyaka wa-2001 kude kube ngeminyaka wa-2004. Patrick Gunene uthi lolo utawuba ngumengameli walenhlangano kudzinga kusathathe tinqumo leticinile futhi akhona ukusebenzisana nebaphathi balenhlangano. Kanti Gunene ukuvete lokhu kulandzela ukuthi kusukela ngamalanga nje lasikhombisa utawubanjwa lona likhetfo lamengameli wayo lenhlangano.
Lana lasikhona khona sisesigwaca house endlungulo yebhola lapha ekhaya Eswatini. Kuleli viki lelitako kuyabe khethwa mengameli lomusha lotawuhola inhlangano lengamele ibhola lapha eveni iminyaka lemini etama kuthuthukisa yona phela ibhola yala ekhaya lokufaka ekhasi nekhetho lesive sihlangu semnikati. Sihambeke sathungatha safuna lo akwahlala kulesihlalo lesi Patrick Gunene uyamcwalisa ke lotawungena esikhundleni sekuba ngumengameli walenhlangano kuthi kudinga ukuthi alalele sive futhi asebenzisane nebantu latawube asebenza nabo ehhovisi.
Kumcoka futhi ukuthi lelibandla lakho ube kanye nalo. Nivane ekusebenteni. Ungabi ngiyes man kuleli bandla. Batakonisa ngoba bakhona abantu labatawukhethwa kuleli committee le executive. Labangayeli kuyawuthuthukisa ibhola labayela tisu tabo. Kulukhuni ke kusebenta nebantu betisu ngoba sonke isikhathi bafuna kwesutha ingachubeki le development lensinifuna kuyenza.
Kunene kuphinzwa waveta tinvo letimcoka lokumele ukuthi mengameli lomusha angene ehhovisi atende lokufaka ekhathi kuthuthukisa bonompembe lokufaka ekhathi nekuthuthukisa abaceceshi balomdlalo netingulisa ke naye akathiye ngaphandle nebhola yabo make.
Akubiyele kunayiya into lebeyentiwa ngeCadbury eChappies Little League. Lela abantwana bebatidlalela bodwana nibabona nini lenibadzingako. Lela abangakhombiti namuntu khona bathi khombithela bona bodwana bathi thuthukisa likhono labo. Kufundzisa bo coach kumcoka ngoba labantwana lesikhuluma ngabo bafanele ukuthi bafunze lendas lokuthi idlalwa njani le bhola. Kufundzisa bo Rafael lokuthi abantu ibhola bayidlale kahle at the lowest levels nako lokho kumcoka. singabashiyi abantu besifazane ebholeni. Umhlaba uyathuthuka ngabomake.
Lolu khetho lamengameli walenhlangano lengamele ibhola lapha eveni litawubanjwa evikini lelitako ngelisonto. Emalunga-ke langenele kuba bomengameli balenhlangano bomkantshubovu ngumashumi wakashongwe, ngumkhamfati wakashongwe na Peter Simelane. Kuthawuthi kuphela emalanga lasikhombisa sitabe sesati ingwalo lomhle ukuthi ngubani lutabe ahleti kulesihlalo lesishisako. Lobike lomsakade weSwatini TV, Ngulinda Dlamini, Ana Fabrice Msonera, eMbabane.
Malanga lamahle sifika kanjalo ke maphethelweni adoti indzaba tefuthi esibili talomhla ekseni kulesikhathi samanje siyayita itolo sibuye siyachubeka nalo luhlelo Kusile. Good morning.
Vuka uvakashe yati live lapho kabanti imbukeli. There's so much to learn and see in the kingdom of Eswatini. Futhi sikhuthata kona ukuthi nawe wati live lapho kabanti nalokuhle lokwendekako lapha eveni la kaNgwane. Namambalo uyabona mbukeli ukuthi indalo is a beautiful thing. Ubukhulu baNkulunkulu buyabonakala ngendalo.
Ungabukela ke washa umkhukhu every Sunday at 3 p.m.
Welcome back. So sichubeka nalo luhlelo Kusile breakfast show kungumsombuluko sanimukela maswahleni sanza kuvulela wona umsakado wa Dotitfombe nasetinkundleni tekuxhumana siyabonga kakhulu ukuhlasana nasi sethemba lanibukela khona umsakado Dotitfombe nifuthumele kakhulu sesembisile silesikhathi lesi sabuka donati indzaba yoga njengoba ilanga lomuhla it's International Yoga Day. Tindlini tekusakada ke sesinayo yoga instructor Melanie Dlamini lositshela kabanti thenga bevena sikhuluma ngeyoga nje sikhuluma ngani maybe nami ngasese ngiyacala ngenda yoga very soon. Melanie, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
Melanie Dlamini.
Yebo.
You're really Dlamini.
I am, yes.
That's amazing. Hopefully after this I'll be doing yoga as well.
I hope so as well.
Yeah.
I hope to inspire you this morning.
I'll be inspired, definitely. So before we get to our interview, let's just take a look at this clip before we even go ahead with our interview. Malanga lamahle before sichubeke ne-interview yethu naye Melanie asibuke nje na iclip lemfishane ukuthi kungabe vele kutosinika nalesithombe kusina sikhuluma ngeyoga sikhuluma ngemvula kanjani.
Sangachadvam samvadadvam samvadadvam samvo manansi janatam deva bhagam yatha purve Sanjana upasate
Welcome to the world of yoga. Let us start Yoga Sadhana with Chalana Kriyas. Pada means foot, Hasta means hand. Inhale slowly and raise the arms up. Stretch up the body from the waist. Exhale and bend forward until the entire palm rests on the ground. Maintain this final posture for 10 to 30 seconds. Those who have a stiff back should bend according to their capacity. Now inhale. Come up slowly to the vertical position and stretch the arms above the head. Exhale and slowly return to the starting position in reverse order. Relax. Ardha Chakrasana. Support the back at the waist. Exhale. Drop the head backwards, stretch the neck muscles, and bend backwards from the lumbar region. Relax with normal breathing. Stay there for 10 to 30 seconds. Ardha Chakra makes the spine flexible and strengthens the spinal nerves and improves breathing capacity. Inhale and slowly come up and relax. Hypertensive patients shall bend with care. Trikonasana. Trikon means triangle. Stand with your feet comfortably apart. Slowly raise both the arms sideways till they are horizontal. Exhale. Slowly bend to the right side and place the right hand just behind the right foot. The left arm is straight up, in line with the right arm. Remain in this posture for 10 to 30 seconds with normal breathing. This prevents flat foot, strengthens the calf, thigh and waist muscles, makes the spine flexible. As you inhale, slowly come up. Repeat for the left side.
Indid malanga lamahle it's International Yoga Day nakayithula ke yena Prime Minister wakhona eVenlandia nakacela athi mhlahlangene phela alendele lilanga leli uthi ilanga lapho khona kusale kuba liholiday la kamhlahlangene nak just to take one of his quotes lemagama nje lawanika yona during nakacela ukuthi icela sililanga leli sale kuba ilanga la kamhlahlangene open quote yoga is not just about exercise, it is a way to discover the sense of oneness with yourself, the world and nature as well. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi ngamhla ka 11 December 2014 nakacela sileli langa lelihlale libala khona kamhlahlangene sito ukuthi indinde kusakada sinaye yoga instructor Melanie Dlamini, tositshela kabanzi singabe nasikhuluma ngeyoga sikhuluma ngani. Melanie, already I feel relaxed. Just watching the video, already I feel relaxed. Maybe just give us a brief history about yoga.
So yoga is actually more than 5,000 years old.
Okay.
So it has really ancient roots. And essentially, it's a system of movement, a system of beliefs that hope to empower somebody to find a deeper sense of who they are and really help connect mind and body. And just as that beautiful quote put it, connect a human, an individual with nature.
Okay.
So kind of creating that connectiveness and really helping you get into a greater sense of who you are and who you can be. So yoga has 7 different branches, and I won't go into all of them, but it really, so each branch really digs deep into one area or another. And in the early 1900s, the branch known as Hatha became popularized. And Hatha means body. Right, so that's where it became a little bit more about using the body as that access point into getting to know yourself better, into finding health and well-being at a deeper level. So that is what we've come to know now. And once Hatha became popularized, different brilliant teachers along the way developed different methods and different branches. So that's how we get into all the different kinds of yoga you might hear about today, like Kundalini, Vinyasa, hot yoga, all those different branches of yoga, but they all have that same essence, that same value that underlines it all. So connecting oneself to your breath, to your body, and to the earth.
Now, let's get to it. What is yoga and what are the different types of yogas that are there?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, like there's the Kundalini, which actually has a little bit more of that spiritual side to it, and it's very much about your breath work. There's Hatha yoga, which is kind of your most basic yoga. So
it's about the physical part of it?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. So, there's always going to be that connection to mind, body, and spirit. And it's just the different branches are just a slightly different variation of how to get there, what the focus is going to be on. So as I mentioned, the Kundalini has a little bit more of that spiritual aspect. Maybe there's a branch that has a little bit more where you hold the posture for an extended period of time. Or there's Vinyasa where you flow through the motions so that each inhale you do a movement, each exhale you do a movement. So it's just different approaches to how do you get your breath to connect, how you get your mind to connect a little bit deeper. Yeah.
All right. From let's just get to it then. From physical to mental relaxation. Already I feel relaxed. Like I said, from watching the video clip. What are the benefits of yoga?
Oh, there's so many benefits of yoga. I actually brought my little cheat sheet because I didn't want to miss anything.
You can take a look.
Yeah. So from the physical standpoint, first and foremost, you build strength.
Okay.
You know, and I think a lot of people overlook that and they jump straight to flexibility. But really, you build strength. It really invites you to be so much more aware of how you're holding your body, how you're moving your body. So you use your muscles with awareness.
Okay.
And in so doing, you increase your posture. When you increase your posture, you're actually going to help your breath. You're going to increase your circulation and really invite your breath deeper into your body. When you do that, you're going to bring more oxygen into your body. So from that, you get all sorts of health benefits. You're going to lower your blood pressure, increase your digestion. You're going to lower your stress levels.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so those are just some of the physical benefits. You're going to have pain and tension relief. And again, a lot of that is coming back to the breath work and being aware of your body. So we really take our body for granted. Day in and day out, our body works so hard for us. But when you sit down and you take that deep breath and you take the time to think, oh, how are my legs feeling today? You know, the concept of let me breathe into my legs. So we're actually inviting that oxygen deep into our legs. And the breath is going to help move toxins through our body. So we all ingest toxins through what we eat, through our environment. So the yoga and the breath work helps flush those toxins out of our body.
So yoga has the power to heal anything from my body, just as long as I just focus and just...
It does. It really does have a lot of power. You know, and of course, yoga is not going to be like the one sure fix, but it really is a very, very powerful tool. Our bodies are powerful, and we are kind of conditioned to to not think about it, to not rely on our own intuition of what our bodies can do. So yoga really is that invitation to slow down and to get in touch with the power of our body. What is our body telling us? Do I have a stomach ache? What is that stomach ache all about? Is it tension? Is it something that I shouldn't be eating? You know, so it's really that opportunity to have a conversation with your body. Yeah.
Okay. And then now, maybe what are some of the myths that are there about yoga? Our camera person was saying it looks easy, and I was like, no, I'm not flexible enough to do yoga. So what are some of the myths that are there about yoga?
So that's one of my favorite myths to tackle, is I'm not flexible enough to do yoga. And one of the best things I heard once was saying you're not flexible enough to do yoga is like saying I'm too dirty to take a shower.
Okay.
Right? Like that's the whole point of taking a bath, is you're dirty, you're going to get clean. You do yoga to get flexible.
Okay.
You don't necessarily need to be flexible to start.
To start, okay.
And flexibility is just like strength training. You train to gain strength, you train to gain flexibility. So you really can start yoga at any point of flexibility, at any point of health. Yoga is for any body. So you can be at the very beginning of a wellness journey, you can be, extremely fit, and yoga is going to meet you where you are.
So what do you usually get maybe from some of the excuses from people who want to start yoga?
A lot of it is people think that yoga is only about flexibility, and they say, oh, I stretch on my own. But really, it brings you to a much deeper level of flexibility, a much deeper connection to where your body is and finding your limits. And yoga has a really amazing way of challenging you. Okay. So there's balance postures that are involved. So that challenges your strength and your core muscles, really using up your full body to hold certain postures, but it challenges your mind. So that's something you may not get just from stretching on your own, that you're going to push yourself to hold a challenging posture, to breathe through it, and you're going to be able to bring yourself to a deeper level of stretching, a deeper level of what you're able to achieve. Because when you are able to control your breath, you can gain over maybe some anxieties, maybe over some doubt in your mind. I can't do this. But if you hold a difficult posture and you breathe through it, you might find that you're going to be able to succeed in that. And if you can do that in the yoga studio, in the gym, when you find a challenging situation out in life, you can be like, oh, wait, I'm going to take that deep breath, and I actually can achieve more than I think. I can overcome those limitations.
Now, in the time of the COVID-19 pandemic, how significant is yoga?
Yeah, absolutely. Yoga is something that you can practice on your own. So during COVID, that's something we all faced a whole lot more, was that more isolation, right? So it's something you can do on your own, and it helps you calm down. There's a lot of different points of anxiety around a pandemic, and especially parents, right? During significant lockdown, you're juggling work, you're juggling children, you're juggling everything, and trying to stay calm
at the same time.
At the same time. So it really gives you that opportunity to slow down. And I kind of think about it like on an airplane, you put the oxygen mask on yourself first, and then you're able to help someone else. You take that time to do a little bit of yoga, to do your deep breathing. You're going to be able to quell your anxiety, your all the stresses that you're carrying in life. And then when you're coming from a little bit more of a centered, grounded place, you're more able to help others.
Now, for beginners, maybe like myself, what can you say to someone who wants to start yoga? Maybe I heard that yoga can be anything that you want it to be.
Yeah, absolutely. So actually, going back to your question also about myths, so a lot of people are a little hesitant around yoga because they think it is religious.
Okay.
But it's not. It's more like a science, right? It's a set of techniques. If you want to bring your spirituality into it, you may. So kind of what you're just saying, it can be whatever you want it to be, whatever you need it to be. So that's your invitation to bring in your spirituality or not. So you can just have it be a little bit more of that physical practice, a little bit more of a communication with yourself. And so for a beginner, I would say to really commit to trying it a handful of times.
Okay.
You know, especially when you're brand new, a lot of the postures are going to feel awkward and you may not feel graceful. And that's okay, you know, so you need to try it more than once. Try different teachers. If you have the opportunity, try different people. I definitely bring a whole lot of my personality to class. And I like to have fun in class, you know, so one of the things I bring is laughter and joy. I think life is so serious. Let's have a good time when we gather to do something like yoga. That may not appeal to everybody. You know, maybe somebody wants a really more serene, more serious practice, and that's beautiful. Find your teacher.
Okay.
And also, if you have the opportunity, try class in person. You can do something online. You can do a podcast. That's awesome. But you really get something from being in communion with other people, you know, and having multiple people kind of bringing their focus down and breathing together. It's a really, really beautiful thing. And in COVID, those might be really small classes. That might be 2 people in a large space, but it still gets the job done. You still get there. Yeah.
Could you please maybe just share with us some of the most interesting facts about yoga?
Oh, geez. I don't know where to start. You know, I think a lot of it, the facts about yoga, I think what we've just covered, you know, just like the amazing health benefits, and how many different health benefits there are, you know, with lowering your blood pressure. It helps with cholesterol. It helps with diabetes.
Stress reliever as well.
Oh, huge stress reliever. Yeah. And a lot of it is just taking that opportunity to slow down. And, you know, something I often say in my classes is it's an invitation to set aside your burdens or set aside your responsibilities, even responsibilities that you carry with joy. They still get heavy. And we all need that opportunity to just set that aside for right now. And I'm going to be fully present in my body. So that's something that yoga does. When you're busy thinking about your breath work and you're busy thinking about these maybe strange postures you're in, you aren't thinking about your task list. You aren't thinking about, oh, I need to pack X, Y, and Z for my kids' school lunch. No, you actually are right here in this moment. And there's so much benefit to just allowing yourself to be present for a short time.
So when is the right time to start? In the morning, the evening, or during the day?
I think whatever works for you. You know, whatever you can carve out and really allow yourself to be present. So if you find that in the morning you really are too distracted because you're already thinking about work, maybe try it the evening. So then the work is done, and if you can find that 20, 30 hour long break to where you can actually just be fully present in yourself and let yourself enjoy that practice. Maybe it's your lunch break, because that's the time where you can really carve out and you don't have, you know, the family and the work asking for your attention. So I think whatever works for you, and that maybe you can create some consistency around that, that's going to be the best option.
Okay. So for beginners as well, I was looking at some of the mistakes that maybe people make, like cupping your hand while on the floor. Maybe you can just unpack some of the mistakes that maybe people make during yoga.
Right. Number one mistake, I think, is bringing that mentality of no pain, no gain. That we've all heard in the gym, right? So maybe you have some like really buff trainers who have that mentality. Yoga is very different. Yoga is meeting your body where it is. You never want to have pain. You want to push yourself to challenge. You want to feel like it's hard, but you also want to feel like that delicious sense of stretch. You know, like when you take a big stretch in the morning, right? It feels great, yeah? You want to find that in your yoga. So you push yourself to that point where it's like, okay, this is hard, but also feels really good. Yeah, so that's the number one mistake, and that we're all different. You know, I might be able to do a posture very easily that's very challenging for you, and that might be anatomy. You know, or maybe there's some postures. I've been doing yoga for over 20 years, and there's some postures that are still extremely challenging for me, and that's okay. So we're all going to be different. And I think another really important misconception to tackle is yoga is not just the wild balance postures that we see on Instagram or on videos, like someone's upside down or doing these wild things. That's yoga. But so is holding a child's pose, which is very gentle and restorative. So yoga isn't just getting to a certain point of flexibility. Yoga really is a journey, and it might be different for you from day to day.
So, Mel, before we go, what can you say for someone who wants to start yoga right now?
just commit to trying it and enjoy yourself. Yeah, number one, enjoy yourself.
So what do you do? Your classes?
Yeah, I do teach at some different gyms, some different fitness centers around. I'm based in between Zolwini and Manzini. So I'm at the Fitness Zone in Zolwini, Fitness Factory in Manzini, and then I'm also available for private and small group sessions. So that's typically where I practice.
Okay. Maybe I'll start soon. Mel, thank you so much for coming to our show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Malanga namahle, it's International Yoga Day. Lesikhathi manje siyayithola sibe siyaqhubeka nalo luhlelo Kusile. Good morning.
Hello, friends. My name is Cookie Panda. Welcome to Season 2, which is packed with lots of fun. We will bake, learn, sing, and make lots of creative things with paper and dough. Join me every week as we go on an adventure to different places. See you soon, my little friends.
Malanga lamahle solo sihlelweni Kusile breakfast show kungumsombuluko bese sithembisile sisabe sinabo belitiko lethe sekhaya njengoba elangeni la itolo bekulanga lapho khona international bekulanga lebakhosi refugees isilanga lebakhosi. So right now makwabanenge yona tawuthatha over lenzaba kuse ngothatha over lenzaba makwabane it's international refugee day langeni la itolo nasikhuluma ngebakhoseli sikhuluma ngebamla kanjani
bekulanga lema refugees sam esta ungena kuyo lenzaba lena Themba nje icolo tasilungisela UN ngoba khona messages leqhamuka ku Secretary General waka United Nations labe kanaye ndilisa umlayeto wa United Nations ngalenzaba yalaba khoseli langa samkelisiwe licala kujwa nga 2001 ngalo 2001 nje bekukatse ku anniversary yale protocol the United Nations 1951 convention yala ma refugees just kunemthetho ka UN ochaza nje si refugee kuthi laba bantu la khanze sibabaleka emaveni nabo babalekela timpi babalekela udlamelo oluthide ngandika kube labanye babalekela ndzaba tepolitiki when le threat I confirmed kusivele lapha kunesimo lesimatima lesanda abantu babaleke bangema refugees ke lawo lapho bese kuba khona lama asylum seekers abantu abatahamba bayofuna iprotection evelelini kwanze ukuthi the status sawo sekuba irefugee sisangakabi determined as per the 1951 convention and the 1967 protocol but nje singakanzi sama asesendulise yena United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres ngomlayethe la wethule itolo bongo sikulelanga lebakhoseli emhlabeni wonke jikelele.
War, violence and persecution have forced more than 80 million people around the world to flee their homes, leaving everything behind to save themselves and their families. Refugees must begin their lives anew. But for so many, the pandemic has wiped out their livelihoods, led to stigmatization and vilification, and exposed them disproportionately to the virus. At the same time, refugees once again demonstrated their invaluable contribution to their adoptive societies as essential and frontline workers. We have a duty to help refugees rebuild their lives. COVID-19 has shown us that we can only succeed if we stand together. On World Refugee Day, I call on communities and governments to include refugees in healthcare, education and sport. We heal together when we all get the care we need. We learn together when we are all given the chance to study. And we shine together when we play as a team and respect everyone. On World Refugee Day, I commend the countries that have welcomed refugees. But we need more support from states, the private sector, communities and individuals if we are to move together towards a more inclusive future free of discrimination. The refugees I have met have shown me what it means to rebuild your own life while summoning the strength to enrich the lives of others. As I commissioned for refugees for 10 years, I was inspired by their courage, resilience and determination. I thank refugees and displaced persons across the world and reiterate my personal admiration for what they have taught us all about the power of hope and healing. This World Refugee Day and every day, we stand together with refugees.
Umabhalane jikelele wa inhlangano yakamhlakuhlangene Antonio Guterres ngiyithanda indzaba la imention koMagwabane ukuthi if uma banakekeleke kahle kukhona laba ngacontributor ku society khona laba ngacontributor emavensit ngiyakhumbula ngibona I think it was World Athletics lapho khona abagcine seba include khona even ne section yawo ema refugees la kusemavensit ethinabo bakhona ku compete lokuthi uhletlaveni la seSwatini nakusho silabamvu labo bade ma skills seed
bamlabane makhono sam because labanye la uyabuka labanye baba bakhulu labathamba probably emaveni la side ngenza manje letiyahlukene leti covered kule convention le ukhanza ukuthi la mhlabeni nje United Nations uyaveta lo ukuthi kunalama refugee camps njengoba sinalo nje likhale sine reception ngethini labamukelwa khona le ndazi babekisa ukuthi there are around 6 million refugees kulama refugee camps la khona emhlabeni kanti ke kunemave lokhanza ukuthi ayabagcina njengoba wadumisa nje nathi njengoba nasi sibagcina live le Turkey kuthiwa ke ngilo live la emhlabeni okhanza ukuthi li host ema refugees lamaningi around 3.6 million lewagcinile kutane Colombia igcinela bang 1.8 million bese ke samse okhanza ukuthi kunala mave lekungona hamba embili silama refugees aqhamuka khona eAfrica nje in South Sudan South Sudan top 5
for a very long time for a very long time in South Sudan
yes top 5 la ine ma refugees la 2.3 million iSyria ngiyelo hamba embili athindicate impilo ekhona eSyria namhla solo kude kuthula 6.6 million aqhamuka khona kubo Venezuela eAfghanistan kuthiwa lokubhlungu kuthiwa every minute kunebantu labangu20 la bashiya tonke indodaba lebanato babalekile kulamanye amave emhlaba bawufuna nje ukuthi baphephe kuthi ke United Nations sikhathi sekusinanabo ba include bafakwe kutemfundo bafakwe kutempilo nawo siyabuka nje lapha endase kule reception center I live ikhona imini clinic abagula labanye baya esikolweni isikolo ngakhona lapha
sike sabona ne documentary futhi lapha emsakatweni Thombe eSwatini TV ukhona already lesebaba dokotela Magwabane emitfolampilo yalapha even laseSwatini leyahluka hlukene kuba nemhlangano lobanjwe ngilotukela tasekhaya kubwathi ngabe vele bangasidakala kanjani ekuthenini phela bakhona ukufinyelela eSwatini uhulumende la provider
ngiyakhumbula sama 2018 nje bekuba khona abantwana labavetaka ukuthi baqhubeka bona basesikolweni abanye bebenabo form 3 bo form 5 kanti sibafika lana abazange sebaya esikoleni bese ke bangena ke esikoleni sebafunza kuthola lamathuba lathola ngoba le convention iyaveta lokuthenini nanabo kufune bathole le into lesithola kona nathi sine sibala live same opportunities sesinawo bathi khona ukuthi probably impilo yabo bakhona ephinze bayiqalele phansi bayakhe because labanye ukhanze ukuthi baphila nje UN yakuvetela yokusikhala aba displaced ukhanze kusencenye nje ngwale Air Force sengisibalekile Air Force sengilapha eshiselweni ngitimo ke lethi tsitele yasingisibekise nje nakulo bekwenteka kubo eCongo labanye batawubaleka kule region baya le region inzaba yale volcano those are displaced
Ethiopia as well
people yabo so live nikele kunye lokukhona nyalo tiko late sekhaya nje ngiyakhumbula lo sindivina ike yasikumisa libandla letabeli 7 enzabe sekubhaliso wonke umuntu lokho ngoba bakhona abantu aba stateless abana bethe paper kuje kusuthi
walazeni
wakuphi nokubhlungu nako lo ngoba akude lokhona ukuthola ngoba kude uhulumende lokuclaima ko wena uthi hayi wena unasive nazi ngoba awunalutho so these are some of the issues la khona lelo asebedelithi sebenda kutikelo tesekhaya liyafuna ke nemithi ibambise sami kutheni nakufika umkhoseli la vele ngabe sekubhalwa ngaye ukuthi asekufike esamukelisiwe uqhamuka kuphi ngoba labanye uKansas babaleke nje bayafuna ncinye ngibekise kaKansas qhamuka kufika umlebeka phethe masotsha lengisho whatever la qhamuka khona siniyasho nina ukuthi qhamuke kulo phethe masotsha ukubaleke kuphi sebayathola ukuthi ulapha sibayamfuna kanjalo kanti kufanele babe protected
more than anything ukuthi sikhona kubavikela sibemukela.
Exactly.
Malanga lamahle insimbi yesiphohlongo seyivele ishayile sathemba simfawute kakhulu kuhlasana nathi lapha ehlelweni sithi bukile indzaba dayo indzaba yema scams nayo i40 uthe ngabe vele ngiphepha kanjani sachubeka sebenzisa donate indzaba dabo ngcomo mshini ushito maqwabana silemvo imvo lesingayadi kusilu siyathenga lokho
sifana nje nabo Father's Day. Ya ngathi
beba kusho ukatfola ikhala liselwa kungazi
no ngathi kodwa nabonkosazana manje ngikhumbula mbhokana sindo leti nebonkosazana siboyiqaphela nami ngiyiqaphela Father's Day
yebo ngibabe siyakudumisa ukuthi ungibaba anesinzima yakho awuyidlala
no ngisengiyo siboyibuka indoleta nabonkosazana asabe sengi8
malanga mahle sindibisela lisuku lokuhle nichubeke niphephe nangomkhuhlane iCovid-19 nisayela